you hear music?
I do.
There's music?
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. It's a true gaming night. All right, so as we had talked about, you are just stepping out of St. Andrew's Church. It is late afternoon, early evening. The sky again is sort of clouded. You do feel the pitter patter of a little bit of a misty rain that's kind of coming down, just enough to sort of get you sort of wet, but not enough to really accumulate on the ground. As it does, you can see there's a few people kind of walking down the street. Nobody of real significance that you can see, as everybody seems to be getting back to their homes as you're there.
I offer Rip a hat so his hair doesn't get soaked by the mist.
We don't want to break up that crimping. That's just going to be terrible.
That would be. Well,
It's a newspaper pirate hat.
I hope Irina is safe here in St. Andrew's Church.
Are we within range that I can ask Luna?
Yeah, yeah. If you want to, Luna's right there. Yep, 100%.
Okay, I'll ask. How are things in the church?
Okay. So Luna essentially would communicate to you that things had been quiet. She had seen a few people come into the church to do some prayers, especially for the late afternoon prayer. But she said she didn't see Irina come out of the church at all. Yeah.
Okay, things seem to be quiet at the church. Do we want to go ahead and see if we can find the Blinsky shop?
Yeah. We were told where it was last time, so why don't we head that direction?
Fozzie, do you want to take the lead?
Me?
Well, I say you, but as soon as you go out front, Rip is going to run right up in front of you. So
Okay,
I'm
I
just
take off
giving
to
you
the
a
front.
chance to get us moving.
All right. You see, Ozzy goes up to the front with Bear.
I'll go run in front of him.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So you go run in front. As you do, does anybody remember where Blinksy's was?
It is. I thought so. We were in. I think that she indicated. Let me do a ping mode here. I think she indicated it was like somewhere in that area.
Yeah, that's where she indicated. However, it's not. It's actually right here because Greg is not a great DM, and it's actually in the town square. It's one of the buildings in the town square.
Perfect.
My bad.
It's all good. We're gonna head to Blinksy's.
Alrighty. So as you all continue down the street, we've got Rip up at the front with Fozzie, Lullaby, and Pip. You guys are, I assume, in the back. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. So as you do, you can see that the heavy clouds that were there are sort of coming up and continue to sort of descend and sort of just almost reach the top of the roofs as you're walking. That water continues to sort of misty rain there, and you can see the cobblestones are now slick. You can see a little bit of water that's sort of trickling down as it starts to collect. As you make your way down the path, you do see people seem to be sort of, the ones lingering outside seem to be making their way towards the houses. A lot of them aren't necessarily talking a whole lot to others. And you can hear kind of the sound of like a muffled dog as you walk, and that smell of damp wood and that chimney smoke, whenever you've had it, just kind of lingers down towards there. You can sort of get that smell as you're coming through the streets. You can see a lot of the businesses have sort of closed up shop at this point as you continue to make your way through, and You can see again, just like you did when you first came into town, the houses, you can see some of them have some candles that are burning and curtains that have been drawn. You can see shadows kind of moving around behind those curtains as they continue.
I'll keep an eye, on the alleys and whatnot as we pass to see if anybody is keeping an eye on us.
Yeah, so as you kind of look there, you can see that most of the alleys appear to be empty. However, these few narrow lanes, you can see some people kind of moving about. Looks like trying to get to the back of their houses and whatnot. If you want to do a perception check, we can see if you see anybody specifically that's interesting.
You said perception, right?
Yeah, perception. Yes, please. Sorry if I cut out. That was from forever away. Yeah, so as you're kind of looking, you don't see anybody that necessarily is paying much attention to you. It appears that most people are trying to get out of this wet, coldish rain that's starting to kick in.
Okay, I'll just pull my little cloak up around me and keep going.
Nice. All right. So Willoughby's doing that. Rip, I assume you got your chest out. You like the rain?
Yep.
Yeah. And Ozzy and Pip are there as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be humming a song, just kind of oblivious mostly to my surroundings as we're walking to a destination that I'm like, oh, I've been here, we've been there.
As you make the turn, you do walk by the Baron's house. You can see it there with the large metal gate that's closed and sort of locked to prevent anybody from coming in. Clearly the biggest house, which is off to the left there, or the right, as you're making your way south on the road. As you continue to wind around, you again can see that the misty starts to continue, and the earth now is quite wet. And you hear, kind of off in the distance, the sound of a door closing, or even a rickety fence kind of locking up as it does. And you can start to see now on the cobblestone that there's these shallow puddles that are sort of forming, and now this rain seems to be sort of accumulating, even though the amount of coming down is about the same. As you do pass several sort of posters that you had seen posted up on various sort of posts, light lamp posts and whatnot. And I don't think I had showed it last time, but these were up in the city when you came in. And I think you guys had already heard about them.
Yeah.
So you do see those signs as you continue to make your way through and towards the center square. As you get into the town square there, you see that there's definitely some sort of ribbons and banners. You also can see that there's a large fountain in the center. Several stores are there as well, and you can see that almost all of them are closed. You guys had asked about it last time. They have general store and typical things you would see. And as you kind of walk over towards this around the circle there at the far north end, you see the kind of the northwest end. You see a toy shop of sorts with a large crooked sign, and the sign has a jester's head, and the paint is sort of faded, and the jester has sort of a cracked grin. You can see it kind of sways deep back and forth, and with the water dripping across, you can see that it makes just a little bit more of the paint bubble as it kind of starts to get behind the paint as the jester's eye kind of pops out just a little bit, almost grotesquely, almost like it was looking for you as you walked up. You can see that the windows are dark and the glass is kind of fogged from the inside, and you can see lots of little sort of strange silhouettes. There's like a marionette in the window that's misses an eye, and you see often on the other window there's sort of this wooden horse that's kind of frozen in a mid-rear. And you can see some dolls that are in there as well, that their smile is just a bit too wide, almost like the movie Smile. You've seen the commercials or seen that movie. As you get to the door, you see there's a hand-painted placard that hangs on the door latch. It says, "Closed. Is no fun. Is no Blinsky." There's cheerful lettering that's kind of chipped and weathered, and you can see the paint is kind of flaking underneath this sort of damp air continuously.
We know it's later on in the evening. Do I know, like, kind of what time it is? Like, it seems like everywhere else is closed.
Yeah, so as you look, you suspect you're probably around 5 or 6 at night in Faerun sort of time.
I guess I'll knock on the door to see if anyone's still available, but I won't push. If they're closed, we have till tomorrow, right? Is that what we calculated? No.
Yes, you have till tomorrow.
Yeah.
We had talked about that last time. I had the date
Yeah.
wrong. It's tomorrow. Yep. So as you reach for the door handle and sort of wiggle it, you can feel that it definitely is locked from the inside. You can see inside it appears to be dark for the most part. Obviously, the light kind of shining in through the window, you can sort of see things in there if you were to look. But otherwise, the streets around the
Is there
shop-
anybody in the street, or is there a sign that says their hours or anything?
Right. So in the street is fairly quiet. You see that the this whole sort of square is quiet as well. You can see some people walking on the southern part of the square, but they seem to be going, obviously in a different direction. I didn't indicate last time, but there are 3 stocks of sorts, or pillories. That's where you put your hand and your head in them. That are sort of here in the town square. There's nobody in them currently, but you can see they sort of appear to be more prominent for whatever sort of thing that needs to occur. And you do see that there's also sort of a stage that's set up in the northern part as well. So,
Did you guys read the fine print on that sign? That one about the jamboree?
Attendance and children required.
Yeah. Does that mean we have to go?
We're not children. Well, some of us are not children.
It says attendance required, attendance and children.
That was
Not
something
just-
that already happened in the past, right? The next one
correct.
I have written down the Festival of the Blazing Sun. That's
correct.
the next one. That happened in the past. That was how we met that woman whose son was taken because her son was holding up a sign the Baron didn't like, and so Baron imprisoned him, and she wanted us to get him out.
So as you guys are standing there talking,
So there's
oh, go ahead.
is there a sign with hours on this shop? Because we've been in this square twice now, and all the shops have been closed.
Yeah. The sign says open daytime.
Well, it's still daytime. The sun is still shining.
Did you knock?
I did. Well, I
So-
thought I did, but maybe not.
Yeah. So as you knock, you hear the knock.
Hey, Rip, lift me up. Let me look in the window.
Okay. I'll lift her up.
So as as Rip lifts you up, you get a better view, and as you do, you can see through the glass. You can see shapes of hanging from the ceiling on thin wires of various sort of toys and marionettes, like we talked about, and dolls. You can see maybe they're puppets, maybe something a little bit stranger, and you can see sort of like kind of a desk or table way in the back, and it's very dark, and there's no light coming forward, so there's no other windows there. It looks like there's a door to the back of the store that's closed. On the counter, you can see some woodworking tools and what looks like maybe some pieces of things or toys that haven't been put together. But you can also see on the walls there appears to be lots of different dolls and toys and like wagons and things, little things for people to play with, but nobody that you can see inside them.
Let's go around the back and see if there's a door.
So as I assume
I
everybody...
just don't want to leave it to chance that, we can't get this stupid doll tomorrow morning and make it to that little town or wherever it is we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
So as you go down and make your way around the building, you can see that some of these buildings are connected with almost passages or tunnels, like that you see in various big cities where they connect buildings to buildings where they're connected. So you go under one of those, and And as you do, you make your way to the back. There is a back door that's there. The back door is a sort of a solid wood door, and you can see right on the cracks or right next to the edges, you can see what looks like some sawdust that's sort of collected in the corners or stuck in the pieces of the wood. And you see drips of oil too, and you can sort of get that smell of almost like a sawdust oil that's wet. Smells like almost like a stale, sweet mixed smell of paint. When you get there,
I take out my sword and I bang on the door with the butt of it.
all right. So
I make sure it's heard.
Yeah, quite loud. You see the door shakes as he does that. How long? You wait a couple seconds. You don't hear anything on the other side.
Don't hear anything.
Hello.
What do you think we should do then?
Maybe we just come back in the morning. Or I mean, I have thieves' tools. We can do illegal activities, but
What does daytime mean to these people? Like, is it like 5 minutes from noon to 12:05 or what?
I don't know.
Could be stumbling around waiting for daytime till the sun shines, and it never shines.
You have a point.
As you're standing there, you can hear almost the sound of like something shuffling behind the door. Then you hear what maybe is a squeak of some floorboards. And you hear the sound of what sounds like some muffled jingle of like bells, sort of. And as you do...
Hello in there. We need to get a doll for a birthday present. We have a letter.
Have a letter.
I think we do, don't we?
We have a bag of coins.
He goes, you hear a voice.
I jingle it.
Okay. You hear a voice that goes, eh? Who's a knocking at the door? Blinsky's. So, right after the sun's supposed to be setting, eh? The shop's closed.
We have an urgent matter from Madame Eva.
Shop is closed. It's no fun. It's no Blinsky. Tonight, no customers. Go. I need to go to sleep. It says, it's no time
Come
for
on.
toys tonight.
It'll only take a couple of minutes.
Blinsky's making something delicate. Come back during daytime. Yes?
When is daytime?
Daytime.
Yeah, tell me what time.
During the day.
Yeah, well, it is the day. The sun is still
Daytime.
shining. What? What time?
Daytime.
No. Give me a hour.
Daytime. When the clouds are bright.
Yeah, well, I can still see the sun through the clouds.
Suddenly, you hear some movement coming towards the door, and he says, Go before the guards. Ask questions. Eh?
If we make it quick, we'll be out of your hair. Just, let me persuade you to let us in for a quick transaction and we'll be gone.
Okay.
We'd be done by now if you just let us in.
I'm busy building. Tired.
We'll
I want
make
to
it
get
worth
done.
your while.
Yeah. I
Persuasion
gotta...
pip?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to persuade him to,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that's a pretty darn good roll.
Nice last little.
I know. I thought it was gonna be a 7.
I didn't see it, so I don't know where it rolled, but I missed the die, but that's okay. He goes, you hear him come over to the door, and he says, very quiet, he says, Listen, it's not safe to talk. There's too many eyes on Valaki. You'll be noticed at my door. You come back tomorrow. Then Blinsky will have answers and toys. He says, Sorry, I cannot. The shop is closed. Come back. Time of the day. Daytime. As he yells.
I think we can reliably trust that he's not lying to us, right? I'll just do that little thing and say, Maybe we get some rest and come back in the morning.
All right.
What's your names? I'll have something for you.
I am Rapid.
It's Blinsky. Blinsky.
Why
Very
do the
important.
guards care, I wonder? Let's go back to the inn.
Yeah, let's go back to the inn.
All right. So as you guys continue down the street, again the just ever so slight rain kind of coming down. And as you kind of walk over and get to the Blue Water Inn, you know, the sort of this threatening sort of downpour that you can sort of feel with this rain. Just as you start to walk in, the rain starts to really sort of pour down, and as the doors open, you can see in the inn that not quite as busy as it was the first night that you came. And as soon as the door closed, you hear the loud sort of patter of the rain that kind of hits the shuttered windows that are there. Inside, you can see the glow of the heart kind of spills across the polished wooden floor, and you can see that the candles are sort of flickering from not only from the tables and the chandeliers, but also the hearth, causing this sort of light that comes across. You can have the scent of roasting meat and mulled wine that hangs in the air. When you're there, but again, it's not quite as crowded.
Okay.
Oh.
On my image.
Huh. I wonder if your little bard friend is still here, Pip.
I know. I see Rictavio.
Yeah, so as you look around, the bear would have to stay outside. Sorry, bear. Rules. So as you look, you do not see Rictavio. You see that Danica Martikov is behind the bar, and you can see she's sort of polishing some tankards with sort of meticulous care, just kind of, kind of looking at the people. And as you guys come into the bar, she kind of looks to you, and she sort of flashes a small smile as she sees you come in. You can also see there appears to be two what look like hunters in mud-stained leathers that sit near kind of the hearth that's over there, and you also see a young couple that seems to be sitting at a small table right towards the back along the wall there near the steps. There's a single cloaked figure that sits alone over at the bar, at the far corner of the bar next to the wall. You can hear kind of just a little bit of a crackle of the fire and the clink of mugs against the wood as you guys kind of walk in. That's it. That's all the people that are in here. So, hardly anybody here.
Okay.
You guys sit at a table. Do you go up to the bar?
Is who? There was a bartender and his wife and two kids that ran this. Are they here?
Yeah. Danica's here. The bartender,
okay.
was
I'm gonna-
Irwin. Yep.
Irwin, that's his name. Sorry, thank you.
You don't see Irwin. Yep, you don't see
No,
him.
Irwin. Okay, but Danica's here.
Yep, you do see Danica.
Good day, Danica.
She looks to you, and as she does, she says, you made it in before the rain really started to rain. Good day to you as well. I hope the day was productive.
I think so. Any untoward patrons today, or it was business as usual?
Business as usual. Business as usual. Nothing too bad. Did get a shipment in of venison. Still waiting for the wine, but it'll come, sure.
Has Rictavio been around?
I haven't seen him today. He has not come back in. You
Said
need.
he's staying here?
Yes. He has a room.
Where's his room at?
Oh, she indicates it's upstairs as she points to the stairs, and immediately above the bar, she says, his room is the one from the inside. Why?
Oh,
She looks at you.
Well, I was just curious. Want to do a wellness check because I thought Octavio would have been here by now. So I might go check on him.
He's not here, she said. Trust me, my kids, Bram and Bram, would have definitely would have found him if they were here. So.
Okay.
Or Bray, sorry, not Bram. Sorry, forgot the Y. And put her in here. There she is.
Danica, what? I mean, we just went to a shop and it was closed. So, what are the hours that places are open?
She says, well, I'm open all night, of course, but the normal shops typically are about an hour or two after mid-dinner. Once mid-dinner occurs, an hour or two, everybody sort of wraps up because a lot of times it'll rain at night or people want to get in before it gets even to the remotely chance of becoming, kind of dark. So she said breakfast, mid-dinner, but by the time it's dinner time, all the shops will be closed.
Oh, what's your thoughts on Blinsky?
Well, why do you ask, she asks.
Well, we have some business with him, and just not sure what we're in for because he wouldn't let us in when we just stopped by.
Ah, she said, did you just stop by now and just came from there, I assume?
Yes.
Ah, his store was closed, wasn't it? Hence the reason why you ask about when stores are open.
Exactly.
Yes, you're at least a couple hours late, I'm sure. Knowing Blinsky probably just missed him, I suppose. But yeah, he's sort of a sad folk, to be honest. Good-hearted man, a bit eccentric. His toys do bring a smile to the children. So we have many of his Blinsky toys upstairs. The kids love them. But they're kind of creepy, if you know what I mean.
We said something odd. He said he couldn't let us in because people could be listening, or someone could be listening. Do you know what he could have been talking about?
Oh. She just kind of looks around and she said, you never know in the town of Lockie. Just then she says, what drinks do you all want? Almost changing the discussion.
So while this conversation is going on, I'm gonna just start walking in this general direction.
Yeah, no problem. As you do,
What have you got on tap?
She says, well, we have the purple mash, if you'd like. Not too bad.
Any ale or lager or anything like that?
She said, yes, I do. Would you like some of that as well?
Just that, yeah.
Okay, sure. She says, Irwin should be out of the kitchen here in just a couple minutes, I would say. He's running the kitchen tonight. As she comes, she kind of brings the cups and she kind of puts them around, and as she does, she sort of puts her hand on Rip's shoulder and says, you doing okay tonight? She kind of nods. And then she comes over, and as she puts the drinks down at the table, she says, kind of in a whispered sort of tone to the people at the table, she says, Yadov's a kind soul, but he's lonely. He works too hard for too little coin, and some of those commissions he takes, I worry about him. I don't want a whole lot of people to know, but I just think he's under a lot. Isaac, he keeps him under his thumb. He keeps ordering these dolls all the time. And Yadov's too afraid to refuse Isaac, so I think he needs friends. He doesn't need customers. And she puts the drink
Isaac,
down.
the burgomaster's henchman?
Yes. You can see as she looks to you, she can see this almost look of like pity in her eyes as she talks about Gadolf, and just sees like this feeling of concern as she looks off to you. He means well. He's all about the toys.
Yeah, we've heard good things about him. We'll be gentle when we speak with him tomorrow.
Good, she says. I hope so. As you're there, you can see, Pip, as you walk over, the young couple that's sitting there, they're sort of sharing a plate of venison stew at that small table. And you can see they've sort of kind of reach across and kind of, have their elbows on the table, and they're just sort of leaning towards each other quickly. And when you come, you notice that she kind of looks at you, and as she does, he also turns his head and looks at you, not suspiciously, almost like wondering what you're doing. Like, yeah, they're just cautious.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like kind of sitting down, seeming like I'm relaxing and over, just kind of listening to conversation.
Okay. And the two local hunters in the bar, for all of you, you can see that they've got sort of mud-stained leathers that they're wearing. Clearly have been out in the wilderness, maybe in the rain before it came into town. And you can see that they're hunched over their drinks, and you can sort of see them sort of talking to each other in very quiet tones, not really paying attention to either of you. And that single cloaked figure sitting at the bar, he's got his hood drawn over, and you see he's got a tankard in front of him, and he just continues to slowly rotate it kind of counterclockwise as his head's down, covering almost all of his features. And he just kind of continues to kind of slowly turn it, and then he picks it up and takes a slow drink and then puts it back down.
Where is he at?
He would be right...
Okay. Does he appear to be trying to listen in on us?
That would be a insight check. He doesn't really seem to be listening to you necessarily, but he's definitely quiet and by himself. I know I don't have tokens, I'm sorry. I thought I did, but I don't have them. I'm just going to put boxes where they're sitting. Just then, you see the door opens to the kitchen, and as it does, you can see Erwin. Did I not put a door? I didn't put a door in the kitchen, did I? All right, I still need to put a door in the kitchen. So Erwin comes through the door, and you can see he's wiping his hands on a cloth as he does, and you can see his eyes quickly move through the room, and suddenly you guys see him kind of stare, and he kind of reaches, walks down the bar a little bit as he sees you guys, nods curtly, and you see him bend over, and he reaches for something under the bar and pulls out what looks like parchment or an envelope. And he kind of makes his way over, and you can hear his heavy boots kind of thudding against the stone floor that's there. And as he does, you can see he's got a folded piece of parchment that's sealed with a deep red wax. And he comes over and he says, good evening, good evening. And he puts his hand on Rip's shoulder. Rip, this is for you. And he sets this this parchment on the table with sort of a red red wax seal on it.
Oh, okay.
He leans over and he says, this came in earlier for you. Said it was for Riptide and your esteemed companions. His words, not mine. Sort of straightens up a little bit and frowns a little. I don't know the man who brought it in. Scruffy sort, sorry. Looked like he'd been walking the muddy roads for days, but the cloak he wore was fine work. Brown wool, clean stitching, well made, in need of a wash. He kind of looks back at the guy sitting at the bar, turning his tankard, and he sort of brings his voice down a little bit, and he says, he was insistent. He wouldn't give it to me unless I promised to get it to you tonight. He said, couldn't be tomorrow. must be tonight. He didn't give his name. Came in, made the delivery, and left. He didn't even order a drink.
Well, that was rude of him.
I agree, indeed. Annika smiles at Lillaby. Yes, you would think he would at least order a drink if we're going to be a courier service, right?
Exactly.
Slowly, when I see this random person coming in and talking to Rip, I'll kind of walk up
Oh,
a little bit
gotcha.
back.
Yeah, it's Irwin. I'm sorry. Irwin's the one who's talking to him.
Or,
So,
yeah.
And I didn't turn him on, so you guys couldn't see him even though I walked.
Oh.
It was very majestic, him coming home.
I like his beard.
He's got a good beard, doesn't he? So as he says, I don't know. Any ideas?
I'm not sure.
Oh, we'll take a look at the letter and see what's going on. Don't you worry.
Very good. He looks to you and he says to Rip, he says, no worries, I'm not nosy. I'm nosy, but I'm not foolish. You were the intended to read it. I didn't open it.
Oh, okay. I'll check the seal. The seal look good?
Yeah, so as you look at the seal, the letter's wax seal gleams in the firelight, and the air of the room is kind of warming your fingers as you touch it. And you can kind of hear the outside rain continues to fall in the distance, but just touching the wax itself, you can tell that the wax is this very expensive wax, and the symbol in it is a symbol that you've not seen before that's been pressed in. It appears that the way that it's folded, the only way to actually look inside would be to pull the wax off and kind of open it. Otherwise, there's no way to kind of look inside the paper.
I keep an eye on the guy behind us to see if he tries to get a look at the letter.
All right, gotcha. So as you see Irwin kind of walk by, you see he sort of turns his head ever so slightly. And the gentleman that you see there is a young man. He has sort of a grizzled kind of beard that's there, sort of the not super long, but kind of real tight to the face. It definitely has no mustache with that beard. So it's just a beard that comes down. You can see that on his face he's got lots of pock marks, either from acne or maybe he had some sort of pock disease that's there. His eyes look towards Irwin as a move, and you see he just can't cast like just a slight glance back towards Rip, and as he does, he then turns back and starts turning the mug again. Danica goes over to check on the two people eating venison as it's there, and you see Irwin goes back behind the bar.
I'll open the note.
Okay. So as you open up the letter, you open it for the table to see, I assume?
Oh, yeah.
Or just for you, Rip? It's up to you.
Oh, the table.
All right. So as he does, he opens up the letter, and the letter reads this. You have to zoom in if you can't see it.
Aww. Love it. And esteemed companion.
As you look down, it says, Dear Riptide and esteemed companions, I hope this missive finds you in good health and high spirits. Lucky appears to have been blessed by your presence. The promise of good, and the promise, supposed to be the promise of goodwill you bear with you. It has come to my attention that our paths, though they wind through such trying times, bear a striking convergence. Accordingly, I write to you today with a humble invitation to dine at my home, the Wachter House, at sundown tomorrow evening. You may find it on Valaki's North Road, a short distance from the Zarovich Gate. I trust that this setting shall provide a quiet and welcoming environment to discuss the matters of mutual interest and concern. My doors, as they always have been, stand open to those who wish for the best for the good people of Barovia. Should you choose to accept, simply present this invitation at the door of my estate. Signed, Lady Fiona Wachter.
Interesting.
How do we know her?
She is the mother of the two Wachter boys we met in this bar. And she's like a noble of like this small town that is against the she does not like the current, I guess, Baron Mayor individual. that we also are not like super fans of either. So she's like some sort of a noble woman here.
So,
Okay.
di-
So
dinner
I guess
tonight?
we have
Oh,
dinner
go ahead.
plans for tomorrow.
Yep, sounds like we do.
As you say that, Erwin comes up. And what about tonight? We got a beautiful venison, potatoes, very good carrots. Are you interested?
Sounds
Well,
perfect.
You know I am.
Good, good, good. And dinner
And we
plans
still have
too?
our rooms, right?
Oh, of course. Yes, absolutely. I think you said you were staying how long? Danica, you see him kind of yell. He goes, "Oh, she's in the kitchen. I think she knows. She deals with that." And remember, it's not free. I'm still in the doghouse from giving the other free room. Sorry, guys. So,
That's okay. Do you know this Fiona Wachter very well, Erwin?
oh, yes, Lady Wagner. Of course I do. Great woman. As he walks around, he kind of comes back here, and he's kind of sort of glances around the room, and he kind of lowers his voice just so you guys can hear it. You can see he kind of keeps watching in the distance, particularly the guy behind Fozzie. He says, Lady Fiona Wachter is a piece of work, that one. Keeps to her estate to the North Road, the Wachter House, and runs it like a fortress. She says it's her ancestral home, though it's quieter than a graveyard most days. You won't see her at any festivals either. She says they're a waste of time. She makes no secret of it. You know, leans back and looks around the room. You know she openly despises the burgomaster, right?
Yes. Does she despise Strahd?
Interesting question you ask. There's some that say they are in league together. That's just a rumor.
What? Really?
I know. Well, if Strahd will get rid of the burgomaster, I'm in mutual agreement with her.
Ah.
But
So Strahd doesn't like the current burgomaster, but he does like Fiona.
I don't know. I mean, that's what rumors are, that Fiona works with him. Strahd likes whoever he wants to like. Maybe it's one of his 3 wives. I don't know.
His 3 wives?
Oh, yes. He has many wives and brides. You did not know?
No.
Yes. He keeps looking for another one.
I think I know who he's looking for.
Well, let's just say that, Lady Wagner calls the burgomaster a fool. Says these festivals are nothing but delusions. Keep the people docile. And, while Vargas, of course, Volakovich, the burgomaster, locks up anyone who speaks against him, Fiona, he seems to have enough influence and fear around her that he seems to tread lightly around her. But as it comes for Strahd, like I said, some say that they think that she has ties to Strahd. Some say she even has regular contact with him. Others, they say she worships him. Can't prove any of it, though.
How do you feel about Strahd?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm just part of a lowly sort of innkeeper, and I just deal with my tap room.
Can I do an insight check to see if I think he's lying about just
Sure.
being a lowly innkeeper?
Yeah.
He seems to know a lot.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And as you say that, he says, I gotta be honest, though. When her name comes up, voices drop. Folk around here usually want to talk about something else other than her.
You seem pretty well informed. Is it just because of the nature of your work, or do you... I don't know. Do you have any other sort of influence or knowledge that might help? I'm gonna lower my voice and I'll say, we're fighting against Strahd. Can I Can I trust you?
He looks around again, and as he does, he puts his arm on around Grappet's shoulder, and he says, "My young man, you can trust no one in Barovia. You understand that, right?"
Yes, I'm learning that.
There may be no love for him either here, but I'm telling you, be careful who you tell that to. Understand?
Understood.
Takes his hand and he kind of rubs the beard that he has and kind of pulls it down to the point. And it's kind of smiles. He says, "By the way, you had asked about Fiona. There's an old bit of a town legend here. Long before I came here, maybe 30 years ago, Fiona was still a girl. And her parents and older brother all died in what everybody called does the finger quotes, mysterious accident. No one knows exactly what happened, only that it left her the sole heir of that estate. She would have been 16 or 17 at the time. Whether it was bad luck, bad blood, or something else. You can guess how people talk in a place like Barovia. I can't tell you if it's true or not true. I've only been here about 10 years or so, but what I've learned that every story in this land grows teeth longer than it's told. But I can tell you this, Lady Vakna is not a woman to cross lightly. She plays her game in the shadows. She plays it very well. Is that who you're meeting tomorrow?
We got invited to dinner.
Oh, really?
Oh.
How did you get such an invitation, I wonder?
You may have made an impression on her sons here the other night.
I don't remember Rip talking to them. Did you talk to them, Rip?
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Must be something else. He called out Rip specifically.
Maybe if she's in league with he who shall not be named, he's been keeping close tabs on us, and maybe she knows where we're at through him.
He keeps close tabs on everyone. Especially now that he's awake.
I think.
Just then, the man at the bar pushes the mug aside. You see him kind of push the chair back. As he does, he stands up and turns and looks. And as he looks at all of you, it looks like a look of could kill. And he says to Erwin, he says, "I'm done. I'd like to cash out my tab." Erwin says, of course, smiles. "Please, just 1 minute, please. Excuse me, folks." He sort of stands up and starts to walk away. Erwin says, now, let me see. Yes, you had the wine, and you had a couple ales, and it moves over. As the guy does, he turns his back to you again. You can hear him jiggling a coin purse there.
Kind of poke Fozzie under the table.
Okay.
Do you think we should follow him and see what he's up to? He seemed to be paying attention to us.
Sure. Let's follow him.
Everyone says, that'll be 3 electrum pieces and 4 copper. The guy says, will this do? And as he does, you can see just the glint of silver, 2 silver coins. Everyone's eyes go wide and he says, why, yes, of course. And he passes them to him, and Erwin quickly puts them in his hand and slides them into his pocket. And says, I like the Blue Water Inn. It's a good place. We'll see if I come back next time. Erwin says, are you sure you don't want to stay? It's raining out there quite badly. He says, I have business to attend to. As he does, you see him sort of step up, and as he does, he says, good day. Erwin says, good day. And you see kind of grabs the tankard. The guy makes his way and walks out the door.
I'll wait a couple of seconds and follow him.
Alrighty. So as you start to make your way,
Taking a carrot and some berries out to bear.
okay, gotcha. So you kind of step out, and as you do, you can hear kind of the rain is kind of falling there as well, and you can see the guy sort of stands outside. The rain's coming down, and as it does, you can see he's got the cloak up over his head, and he kind of pulls it up a little bit closer, and he looks to the left down the road, and he looks down to the right of the road. And you see he does turn around, and as he does, you're obviously feeding Bear the berries that are there, and he stares at you for just a bit longer than you would have expected. And you can see his boots start to hit the cobblestone, the wet, and you hear splish, splish, splish as he starts to walk down the street.
I'll wait a few minutes after Fozzie goes out, and then I'll go and I'll follow Fozzie if I can.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. So you step out, and Fozzie's there feeding the berries to Bear, and you can step out and see that Fozzie's there as well.
I start to follow him.
He's going off to the left, heading towards the middle of town as he's going. All right. So
Actually, Bear will follow it closer than I will.
all right, got it.
I'm gonna shapeshift wild shape into a cat,
Okay, got it.
um,
That's cool.
and then follow along to be less conspicuous. A black cat, of course,
Of
because
course.
it's appropriate.
Yes, absolutely.
And then
Uh,
immediately regret the decision because it's raining, and I hate rain as a cat.
And do you put out a loud wow? It's just getting wet.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then for Pip and Rip, you guys staying in the inn just to see there, or are you guys heading out with them?
I'll head out with them.
All right, gotcha.
I guess I would do the cantrip whisper to Lillaby prior to her leaving, as I see
Sure.
her
As she's
slowly
walking
walk
out?
out.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, "What's going on?"
We're following the guy from the bar. He was paying too close of attention to what we were talking about and looked really, really frustrated at us.
Do you want me to stay here or join you?
Fozzie is leading the trail, so it's up to you. How far does that message?
Travel.
Is that? I think as soon as I can't see you, then I can't message you any longer. And it's 120 feet.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Fairly close. Okay. All right, gotcha. So Rip comes out. Rip, you see there's a black cat that's there, and you see Fozzie's kind of making his way towards the left up the road, and you can see Bear's kind of moving along as well. The roads are empty. You can see the guy is walking down the center of the road, quite a ways off now. And you can see the boots sort of splashing. He's not running, he's just walking with his cloak all pulled around him.
I'm gonna wink at Erwin and then walk out after Lillaby.
Erwin says, "Oh, the clouds are deep tonight." Because he sees you do that, and he says, "The food will be here when you come back. And we'll make
I'll
sure it stays
whisper.
warm."
I'll do a cantrip whisper to him and just say, "Do you know this guy?" as I'm walking out.
And he says, "No, I do not. And Pip, you have things that surprise me. More is to you than what you really show, isn't it?"
Indeed. I can actually talk through walls as I walk out. I can
Alright.
whisper back to him and be like, "Is this guy a threat or is he a regular?"
Never seen him before. But he carries silver, and he got it in here without anybody knowing.
So I'm gonna step out, and
Okay.
then as long as Fozzie's within 120 feet of me,
Yep.
I can send him a message just to let him know that he's
Okay. So,
probably
go ahead.
dangerous, but unknown threat or not.
Got it. So he's, everybody's fairly still close, definitely not 120 feet away. I know that Lillaby changed into a cat. I know Bear is moving his way up there. I know Fozzie's making his way down. Are we all, Rip's there too, right? And Pip is coming. Are we all stealthing with this? Are we just being obvious?
I rolled the
Thank you.
stealth already.
I gotcha. Yep, I see your stealth there. Alrighty.
I'm gonna try stealth too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
And-
I will too.
all right, for Bear Fozzie, I think you can probably just roll a dex save for it. Okay, good, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, the cat. Oh, you do have a cat. Nice. That's awesome. All right, and okay, perfect, excellent. So, as you guys are making down your way down the street, okay, perfect. You can see that Bear is sort of moving between building to building, kind of into the, kind of along the edges that's there. Fozzie is making his way down. You see the cat also is making its way as well. Pip and Rip, you guys are making your way as well up the street. Everybody seems to be fairly quiet for the most part. Once you get to the sort of the city street, which is right there, that kind of the intersection, you see he sort of stops for a second, and it looks almost as if he looks to the north, and he looks to the south, and then the east and the north, and he starts to make his way down the street towards the eastern sort of road as you guys are moving. Do you engage him, or are you just watching to see what he does?
Just following him at the moment. Littleby didn't say to do anything else.
Alrighty, gotcha. Alright. What distance do you keep away from him? Like, is there a certain distance you're trying to stay away?
Close enough so that I can still instruct Bear what to do.
Okay, alright. I think that's
And
on
if he stops, I duck into a alcove or something.
Perfect. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, as he goes, he gets about I don't know, about halfway down the street, about in between the two. And as he does, you see him stop suddenly, and you see his whole shoulders sort of turn, and he turns his head behind him to take a look. As he does, I have everybody stealth here. I guess what I would ask is can I have everybody give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you're able to dive into a spot so he can't see where you're at?
I don't try to hide. I just
yeah,
sit
you're a
there
cat.
and lick myself.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm gonna re-roll that with my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it.
And how many is it again?
3. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 3. What it's going to be today. I keep
Well.
changing it. Well, it's all right. And as he kind of looks behind, you see he lingers just a little bit longer than you would have expected as he looks. And you hear a noise.
Did you want one from Bear too?
Oh, yeah, if Bear could, that'd be great. Nice, Bear. And he's there, and you can see just lingers just a little bit long. And then he turns and he continues to start walking down the street, heading towards the eastern gate. The rain's coming down pretty well at this point too, just so you all know. So you're all like really into the wet now of the rain coming. There's definitely water that's sort of going down the center, almost like a little rivulet or stream down the center of this cobblestone path heading towards the east gate.
Guess I'll whisper
Okay.
the Rip. Should we apprehend this guy and ask him some questions, or are we just gonna keep following him? It's a whisper that only you and I can hear.
You can reply to this message.
Mostly just asking to see if Rip wants to do, take any other actions, or we're just still gonna tail him. Because I'm uncertain if I can communicate with the cat, so I'm just gonna try to communicate with Rip first.
I'm just following Fozzie's lead. Some stealth until Fozzie makes a move.
Okay.
And I guess I don't hear anything, but I'm just following because that's what Lil said to do.
Okay.
But I can't tell you that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can. If he told me that it was Fozzie that was taking the lead, I'll ask the same question to Fozzie just to say like what the plan is. It's.
Yep, we're just following this guy until Lil says to do something else.
Sounds good. Keep following him.
Okay, so as you guys continue down the street, so you're waiting for the cat to tell you what to do? This is great.
We're waiting for the cat.
I can't wait to hear.
I just don't know if I don't think I can communicate with the cat.
I know, but Fozzie said he's waiting for Lil to tell him what to do, and I'm thinking Lil's a cat. I can't wait.
Well, this was all Lil's idea.
I love it. It's awesome. Makes me smile.
We're being led by a cat.
Right, exactly. Oh,
A
nice
stoner
cat.
cat.
Oh my god,
It.
the cat!
That's
oh
great.
My god,
You gotta change that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. You gotta. Well, when you have a change, you have to change your picture for that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So, I have 40 feet of movement as a cat. So I'm gonna shake the water off as best I can and like run closer towards him the next time he stops.
Okay. So he sort of continues down the path, and as he does, you can see that he's getting closer and closer to the stockade, almost to this these last few houses that are here, and just at the edge of the stockade wall, not where the gate is, but where the wall is, you see that he stops, and you can see there's a lantern that's there, and you can see the shadow is kind of portraying down onto the stone. And as he does, he slowly turns around, almost as if like he's been waiting for this moment. And he looks directly towards the cat. Now, you said you were heading right towards him, right?
Yep.
All right. So as he does, the rest of you, and you may have hidden very well because he doesn't seem to be paying attention. You can almost see a smile kind of pulls from the corner of his right side of his cheek as this cat starts running up to him. And he says, "Ah, my little curiosities, how eager you are to find me when I am already among you." And he sort of steps towards the cat. Do you just keep going?
Yeah, I'm running for him.
All right, got it. So you're kind of bounding down the street, and he's kind of coming, and he actually gets down on a knee, almost waiting to catch you in his arms.
Great, I'm just waiting until I get there because...
You're there. You're almost there. You're like just a couple feet away from him.
All right, I jump into his arms.
All right, gotcha. As you jump into his arms, he grasps you, but as he does, it's a very loving grasp, almost like he's known you forever. And he brings you in, and he just sort of snuggles and cuddles, and he scratches behind your ears, both ears, with his one hand. And he slowly pets your head and kind of holds you tight, very comforting.
All right, as he's doing this, do I see like any kind of like identifier? Like, does he have like a necklace or a badge or anything like that? Do I recognize him? Like, does he have a Stani or anything like that?
Yeah. Good question. So, just on a brief look at him, you don't see anything, but go ahead and do an investigation roll for me.
Sure.
Is this entire Odyssey quest just for Cataby to get pats?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I love it. So as you look, he is so good at kind of rubbing behind the ears and everything. You don't get a great glimpse to see if there's anything, but there's nothing that you can see. But he's just kind of, the way he's got the head and he's petting and everything else, it feels so good, right? It's really hard to sort of see anything.
So from my distance away, can I hear her purring?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's pretty loud, actually. And the good news is the cloak, the way he's bent over, is covering the rain, so she's not getting wet at all. So you know she's loving it now, right? Almost like he's drying her off,
Yes.
right, as he's petting her.
Harlot. Just gonna whisper Harlot.
Right.
You can't talk to me.
I can talk to you. It's just whether or not you
can understand,
talk back.
right? So, what he does is, you can see he sort of stands up, and as he continues to sort of rub behind the ears of Lilicat and kind of strokes sort of the back and even up the tail. You know, the tail kind of whips up and he just follows the tail. He holds it and he stands and he continues to face you all as he looks and he says, you can hear him say to you, Lilibee, he says, "You spoke so freely in the warmth of the Blue Water Linn. I listened. I heard every word. I could feel every heartbeat. I have to be honest. You tell such fascinating stories when you think you are safe." He continues to sort of rub you, holding you, right? As he does.
Is he just like in the middle of the road or kind of
Just
off to the
standing
side?
in the middle of the road.
All right, I try to. I mean, does he smell like a human?
Oh, interesting question. Very interesting. Okay, so give me a nature check.
All right, the way it works,
Yeah, tell me.
as wild
Oh, is it a
shape.
perception?
No.
Okay.
I actually use my own
Nice.
skills.
I
so
love it. Oh, that's right. They changed that, didn't they? Ooh,
Yep.
nice roll. So as a cat, Catabee, I love it. All right. So as Catabee takes a smell, you obviously, and you know what cats normally can. I mean, like you get all the other attributes.
I've spent some time as a cat when I was stoned once.
There you
so
go.
yeah, I know.
All right. So you take a good sniff, and he says to you, he says, "I know your friends are here. I could see a couple of them in the street following me. Please, come out. Come out."
I'll like pat him on the like on the face
Uh-huh.
and kind of motion towards like an alley.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He looks to you and he says, "Oh." And he whispers down to you. He says, "Secretive we want to be, huh, cat? Okay."
Just give him a nice little purr.
Okay.
I mean, he did dry me off.
He did, right? He says, "Fine, fair enough." And as you indicate that, he says, "Why don't we go into the stockade?" And he walks over towards the stockade, and he kind of walks into the stockade itself, which is kind of sort of closed off. You can see the cart is still there in the middle, which doesn't have any lights in it. None of the buildings here do too. And he sort of steps into the stockade area. Does the rest of the group come out, or do you guys just kind of still try to stay in the hiding?
I
Well,
guess I'll
as he's
come out
walking,
now.
Yeah.
I
bear
will like
doesn't.
crawl up to his shoulder and try in a cat-like fashion to motion people towards me.
Oh my God, I just-
So he lets you go up there, and as he does, he just kind of reaches up as you're up on his left shoulder, and he takes his left arm now, and clearly loves to sort of pet the fur that you have, even though it's wet, and he continues to sort of gently rub the body of the cat. And as you're up there, you sort of motion. I love it. All right, so you guys see you see the cat motioning. He says,
Yeah,
"Yes,
I was gonna come out anyway,
please, my friends, please."
but Bear stays hidden.
Okay, got
I
it.
don't think he saw Bear.
All right, sounds good. And no, he didn't. He didn't see Bear. So so you come out. What about the rest?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you do, Lilibee, you hear him say, "You are a curious little stargazer, aren't you? It's sad that you can't see the stars. I actually prefer you with fur. Much easier to hold. And very soft to the touch."
Right, when he says that, are my brothers around
They're
close
fairly
enough?
close now. Yeah, you can see Fozzie coming, and Pip's shortly behind him, as well as Rip.
Okay, I'll try to like wiggle out of his
Uh-huh.
grasp and switch back.
Yeah. Do you have a dex? Probably a dex save if you want, or you can do an athletic. Acrobatics. Acrobatics would work too. Any of those three would be fine. Anything in the dex realm.
A save?
Sure.
Or
It doesn't matter. Or either that or else an acrobatics roll. Whatever's easiest for you. Whatever
Well,
you
I'm
want.
rolling off of Cadwy, so I'm just gonna roll just a normal.
Yeah, whatever you want. This works for me.
Oops, I missed the dice tower.
That's okay. I got it. It's fine. So you easily slip out of his grasp, but he doesn't really seem to even want to hold you. Once you start to slip off, he almost lets you go. But you definitely get off and jump down. He says, "Oh, dear. I was so going to miss you." As Fozzie, as you start to walk up, he goes, "Ah, yes, it's you. The lion is rampant. He still prowls in your dreams, doesn't he?" Oh, and Pip. Ah, redemption. Sweet as that wine back at the Blue Water Inn, but be dangerous if you drink it too deeply. You ever fear what you see in the bottom of that cup? Oh, and Rip. Ah, Riptide, my man. I love it. Out here in the rain with those muscles glistening. But, question. When those rains fill up really high and the river's current is trying to pull you under, are you going to fight it? Or are you just going to let it take you away? I do wonder about you, Ford. I wonder about you a lot. I think about you a lot.
Well, you seem to know who we are. How about you introduce yourself?
Has a big smile that comes across his face. We've met. We've met before. I've met you, and I've watched you from afar. Let's just say that we're almost friends.
Almost.
Almost.
What's your name?
Says he kind of puts his arms out. He says, "I have no weapons. I have nothing." He lifts open the cloak, and you can see he's a thin guy. He's wearing just sort of regular general Wallachian clothing. He's got boots that are there. No sword on his belt. He doesn't have a magic pouch. There's no backpack at all. The cloak doesn't have any sort of pockets on the inside. He says, "My wife told me that you were an interesting group. Especially you, Rip. You fly much?"
Nope.
It's not what I was told. Heard you jump out of windows. See, the smile widens.
Your wife is Valenta.
Oh. Pip, you are so smart. You figured it out. So who am I, Pip?
You're Strahd?
The one and only, as he puts his hand out wide. I am Strahd. Lady Wagner, huh? Is that who you think that I am friends with? That wretched wench? You are so far from knowing what's going on. Besides, where's the redhead? The other redhead, Pip? Did you leave her somewhere? Did you forget about her? Was she just not good enough for you four?
Oh, so you can't tell where she's at then.
I see.
I'm just not going to answer him.
Well, I will have to tell you that things have gone exactly as I thought they would. I know that you've collected the bones of St. Andrel. I know that you have taken them back to the church. I know everything. Nothing happens in this land without me knowing. Nothing. He chuckles again. He says, "Oh, I love good play toys. And you four, by the way, have been the best that has ever been brought in through the fog, the mist, and the Death Elf itself. So much fun. So much fun."
It's a shame we're gonna have to be your downfall. You could just send us back now and, end what's going to be your misery.
Oh, no. I own this land. I am this land. Nothing comes in here and takes me away from my land. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will have fun for quite some time, and then I will grow weary of you, and that will be the end of you, and you will live in Barovia. Your soul will be in Barovia. Or maybe, he looks over to Lillaby, maybe you could be one of my wives as well. What do you think?
I don't have the hair for it.
We can fix that. So, please tell Lady Wagner that I send my best when you see her. She will tell you that she can't stand me. Oh, and I know what you're thinking, each of you. How can I kill him right now? Right now you want to kill me, don't you? I see it in your eyes, Rip. Those muscles are tensing up across the chest. It says, but don't worry. No? This rain, he puts his hand up, and as he does, the rain actually comes down harder. And he says, oh, don't worry, the lightning won't get you. And he points, and you hear lightning crack off into the distance. It won't come here, I promise. It says, this rain is going to wash away your footprints. You will be forgotten in this realm eventually, but the rain will not wash mine away. I will never be forgotten in these lands. He smiles, says, and with that, you see the lantern light flickers and a cold gust of wind cuts through the streets, through the gateway that's there, and suddenly you see the man sort of goes with the wind, the cloak, everything falls to the ground, and you hear the sound of laughter into the wind. As all of a sudden he completely disappears.
Nice to see you again, guy.
Wow. Well,
I knew there was something about him.
looks like you had some pat-pats from the wrong guy, Catabee.
Well, interesting that he just wanders around this town.
I really think that he has some real serious fascination with us. I
Well,
feel like he doesn't
sounds
do
like it.
this with just anyone.
I'm getting awfully wet. I think let's get out of the rain.
Love it, Fozzie. It is raining a lot, yes.
I'll pick up his cloak and
Okay.
whatever he dropped and take it with us.
Yeah, so cloak, there's a shirt, there's pantaloons, there's boots, but that's it. Remember the coin pouch that you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not there.
Yeah, let's get some rest. We have some big day ahead of us tomorrow.
All right, so you guys make your way back down the street. As you do, the rain comes down actually much harder than it was before, to the point where you can feel that cold wind. It's that biting wetness, and you feel water everywhere. No matter how you try to wrap or pull the cloak around your face, the rain seems to get in as the wind is blowing in from the northwest. As you make that turn towards the building to the direct west, it's almost as if the wind turns with you and continues to pelt you with this very heavy rain that's now a downpour. The water has filled the streets. There's some slight flooding. As you walk with your boots, you can feel the water kind of sloshing up against the boots, and if there's any sort of opening there, you can feel the wetness even getting into the boot itself. As you guys get back to the inn, and you sort of enter into the inn, as you come in, you open up the door, and as you do, you can hear Erwin is kind of standing there, and he's like, please close the door, the wind. And the wind starts blowing in, and the rain comes whipping in and wetting all the first 10 feet of the door as you guys walk in.
I'm just gonna look at him, shake my head.
Ah, you're back. Did you find that man? The coins he gave me was not what he said it was. As soon as you guys left, the coins disappeared.
Sounds about right.
Who was he?
I'm gonna whisper to him again, or message whisper him.
Just
so
so you know, the people that are in here are all gone. It's just you guys and him.
Oh, it's just us.
Yep. Everybody else has left.
I'm gonna look at my friends, and as long as they don't seem to have any sort of indication I shouldn't say it, I'll say. It was Strahd.
Erwin looks almost not surprised.
Yeah, I kind of was
Right?
figuring maybe he would have known.
Just kind of looks at you and he says, "He is everywhere." Danica says, "Let me get your food." And she quickly kind of runs to the back and, oops, and goes, "Oh, we needed Kitty earlier." Goes back and grabs some plates of food and brings them out, sets them down.
So I take it he comes in here on and off?
I don't know, but I've heard that he can be anywhere. He may be a crow, he could be a dog, a cat, a rat. He could be anything, a human, as you could see.
Could he be a raven, though? Because we've had a lot of ravens following us.
He stops when he asks that question. He says, "That is an interesting question."
Because
Danica,
we've heard about, like, being aware of wolves and rats, but then we've heard that, like, ravens are a good sign, essentially.
you've heard that, huh?
Yeah.
Ravens are always welcome at the Blue Water Inn. As you can see, a lot of times we have them on our roofs. We think they're good luck. We welcome them. We sometimes put some feed out for them as well.
I've talked to them a few times, and yeah, they've helped us.
Danica looks at you and she says, "You've talked to them? How would you be able to do that?"
Oh, I do a little druid thingies every once in a while, and I can talk to animals.
Danica kind of sits down next to Fozzie for a second and she says, "How do you do that? Tell me. Would love to be able to talk to the ravens."
Do you have any magical ability? I could show you.
"Oh, I'm just a lowly shopkeeper's wife. I don't have any sort of magical abilities." So, as she sits there, you notice, and you probably have already seen it, but if you haven't, if you look closely at her picture,
Mm-hmm.
she has 3 raven feathers sticking out of the back of her hair.
Interesting. So she must be a avid bird enjoyer or bird watcher or something.
Erwin says, "I don't think anybody can talk with birds. I don't think it's possible, well, even if you have magic."
Oh, I can. Would you like to? I can relay a message to them.
Really?
Hey, Pip, where is Blue? Have you seen Blue?
Yeah, Blue is our raven friend. He
Raven
saved our
friend.
life. Yeah.
A raven saved your life?
Yeah,
Erwin looks,
he saved our life.
as he does, you can see he sort of sits back. He sits also in the chair, sits back and kind of pushes the chair back and sort of tips on the back 2 legs of it, crosses his arms over. And you see, even though he's kind of doing that and he looks serious, there's a little bit of a smirk on his face. Now, clearly, a bird did not save your life. I mean, what did he do?
He warned us, and he helped
No.
save our life. He gave us
No.
forewarning, and
Really?
Yes,
Blue.
we even have a code. Like
Yeah.
he like
What?
certain things that he says, we know to watch out for things. He
Sure.
told us that you
Go ahead.
all are a good place, safe place to be.
Oh, you hear that, Danica? We're safe for birds, for ravens. This Blue. His chair kind of hits the floor, and as it does, you can see he kind of chuckles as his whole body shakes. "Oh, not only good for travelers, we're good for the birds." Danica says, "Of course we are. We feed them." And she smiles back, and Erwin goes, "Oh, I don't mean to laugh at you. I'm not. It's the whole idea of birds being able to do this. That seems strange, don't you think?" Seems
no,
a bit.
not at all.
No. Okay.
Have
Well,
you ever been out in nature?
just then, the question throws him off so much. You see a huge grin comes across his face, and Danica says, "Oh, Erwin, he would be scared to death if he was around a bunch of trees, right, Erwin? Let alone try to get up into one." Erwin goes, you see his face sort of becomes more of a not a stone face, but more back to what it was before, almost as if there was like this internal sort of thing that kind of made him chuckle to himself. He says, "Oh yes, of course, I'm a city guy all through and through. I If I don't have, a cistern with water, I'm not a good man. So, besides, and he rubs the beard, how do I keep this looking so good if I'm outside?
I'm
Right?
gonna.
Right, Rip? Fozzie? Pip? I mean, we got to do that to keep our
Sure.
beards looking
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah, Pip, what are you looking for?
Oh, I just wanted to see like the dynamic between those two. Like, are they seeming like uncomfortable or nervous, or like I don't know? It just seemed like It seemed like they're like oddly focusing on that part of the conversation. It seemed kind of weird.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, he's looking, well, if we ever see this blue, can you call him by name? Does he come to you? I mean, is he like a parrot that can land on your arm and answer questions for you? I'm very curious by this. We have ravens that roost on our roof all the time, but I've never seen a bird that can communicate like that.
Well, yeah. Lillaby, have you seen? Is Blue close by?
I haven't seen him since we got here. He went to, I guess, up to the roof with the rest of the ravens.
Was there a whole flock that came in at the time?
I don't recall.
Danica says, yes, we have seen more birds roosting on the second level there on the roof. You've seen them, Erwin, when we've gone out to the well to get water. Everyone goes, yes. We have had more up there today than we have in the past. I just figured it was because it was going to rain. Why do you call him Blue, anyways?
That's what he said his name was?
You see, he gets a big smile. He says, I don't mean to laugh. I apologize. It's just very peculiar to me that he gave you a name. Usually we name them. They don't name themselves.
Well, there was a bird when we were in, what was the name of that other town that we were in, Pip?
Barovia?
Yeah, Barovia. His name was, or her name was Muriel, and she came to warn me that there were problems, and so birds can talk to me. I can talk to birds or animals, and they have their own names. Why is this so fascinating to you all?
Oh, we hear a lot of things here, and I had never really heard that, let alone names of Blue and another name that's almost what you would name
I'm
a
gonna
human.
cast message to Lillaby in a whisper
Okay.
that only Lillaby can hear, and I'm going to say Danica knows Muriel.
I'll turn and look to Danica.
Okay.
You seemed interested when I spoke about Muriel. Have you ever heard of someone named Muriel?
She says, the name sounded familiar to me, but I don't think it's the same name. It couldn't be. I mean, this was a person, a female, someone who I'd known a while ago in my past that used to frequent here. Muriel Vinshaw. Nice young lady. Maybe in her early 20s. Spunky. Had a lot of feist, but she was not a bird, that's for sure. I just find it interesting that a bird would take the same name. She just kind of leans back into her chair, almost deep in thought, as she had sort of said it to you. Everyone says, please, eat the venison. Venison, come on, eat. It's gonna get cold if you don't eat some. I saved your drinks. And he kind of brings them, kind of steps up and he walks to the bar and reaches behind over the bar and grabs 4 glasses and brings them back and sets them down in front of you.
Yes,
Says-
yes, indeed. Time to drink. I'm always down for that.
I've been eating the whole time.
Have you? Okay, good. He says, Danica, would you like some, maybe some fruits? Danica said, yes, if you don't mind, Erwin. He said, please, 1 second. He goes into the kitchen and comes back, and when he does, he has a bowl of raspberries and blueberries. You can see he also has what looks like sunflower seeds that are kind of intermixed with it. And she says, oh, thank you, Erwin. It's my favorite. He says, I know. Of course. He comes in, he sits across the table from her. And he kind of slowly, nonchalantly, absently kind of pulls out a berry or two and kind of munches on it himself. He says, so, what are your plans for tomorrow?
Gonna get a doll. At Blinksy's. Drop it off to the Vistani. Do you know them around here?
Ah, yes, the Vistani. You want to go to the Vistani camp?
Yep, we have to drop a doll off for a young woman's birthday, a little girl. So.
Just outside of town. Go
Yeah.
through the crest gate to the west, maybe 15-20 minutes to the southwest. There's a large hill that they're camped on, surrounded by a bunch of hovels that are sort of built into the hill. That's where I'd recommend. But
I've
yes,
been told not to trust them in the past. We did trust one of their ranks, that was a seer, Madame Ava, but are these Vistani to be trusted, or should we be leery?
remember what I told you, Nip.
Never trust anyone. Got ya.
Yes, never trust anyone. Madame Ava, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard of the name, never met her. We're pretty lucky to meet her. Not many do in Barovia.
Yeah, she asked us to do this as payment for a massive favor that she did for us, so I feel obligated to see this through. She wanted us to get to know Arabella's family. I feel like there's a reason for that. Like, it's important that we connect with them somehow, and, well, I trust Madame Ava, but I don't trust the Vistani.
Oh? Why not?
There was one that was suspiciously following us, and Madame Ava really didn't want us to be conversing around the rest of the Vistani. It led me to believe that even she knew that some in their ranks were not to be trusted.
Ah, but my real question is, did you get your fortune told?
Have you ever done that before? How did you know that she does that?
Pip, you know I know more than I lead on to be, right?
Yes, but you also told me not to trust anyone, so...
I listen. I work at the Blue Water Inn, me and my wife. We hear many tales and many stories. We hear about many people throughout the lands of Barovia. Matter of fact, we heard of you before you came, but we knew you were coming. Hence the reason why you have your rooms. We made sure those rooms were saved for you. We were told 2 rooms would be needed. 4 small folk would be coming that are very different than the Barovians that live in this land. They
Who
wouldn't
told
be
you that?
elves. They wouldn't be... What's that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. And they wouldn't be dwarves, is what they told me.
Who told you?
No. I can't reveal all my secrets, can I? Danica puts her hand on Erwin's hand and she says, Erwin, these poor folk do not need to be teased like you are doing. Tell them. He looks to her and he says, not today, my dear. Not today. So, whether you were or were not given your fortune, I wish you the best in your endeavors. I promise you that I will not tell anybody that you're going to be at Lady Buckner's tomorrow, or where you're heading out to the Vistani. I'm glad to see that you had Irina Koyana stay over at the church. I think that was wise.
Indeed.
She's much too important to be traipsing around with you in your adventures. I was concerned today when you left. I feel better now.
I think she's in good hands wherever she is.
He looks to you and he says, I know she is. Don't worry. Besides, the rumor is you've returned the bones back to St. Andrew's Church.
We just did that a few hours ago. How do you already know?
He puts his hand on the table and he stands up. He looks to you, Lilibee. He says, I told you. I hear things. I'm an innkeeper.
Uh-huh. There was barely anyone in here. Did the birds tell you?
The birds. We can call them that. Why don't we call them the birds? I think that would be wonderful. The birds did tell me. Kind of stands up. He says, the birds. I agree. I'm going to call them the birds from now on. My birds. Danica, what do you think? As he goes over, he starts cleaning up the table where the two couple was sitting. My birds. I love that. That's a great idea. Danica just sort of shakes her head and she says, Lilibee, we can't give him ideas like that. Now he's going to call them the birds forever.
Well, he's your problem.
She looks to it and she says, oh, no kidding. At least he didn't give away any free rooms tonight. Kind of links and looks back to him. By the way, Rictavio didn't come back, or not Rictavio. Rictavio didn't come back. I got his name mixed up with Carl. She said he didn't come back, but so now I have a free, a room up there that I could have rented out that is being used for free for nothing. Because we're gonna go broke if he keeps up this thing. Erwin, she kind of yells, and Erwin says, I'm not listening, as he starts cleaning the table. I'm just cleaning my tables.
Do you mind if I take a look around his room? I have some suspicions about him.
Oh, Pip, I would love to let you, but we prefer to maintain the secrecy of our guests and the privacy, as you can imagine. I wouldn't let him go peeping around your room.
Do you trust him?
You don't trust anybody in Barovia.
So, if you don't trust him, then neither do I. We should make sure he's not up to nefarious things up there.
She looks to Lilibee and she looks to Pip and she says, Pip, I agree with Lilibee. I don't trust anyone, but I also have virtues.
I'll respect your boundaries, but I'm very curious about that man, and I do believe he's more than he lets on.
Aren't we all?
I just hope we're on the same side, is all.
Oh. She puts her hand to her heart. Do you mean me?
No, I mean Rictavio. I have a good feeling about you.
I see. Good, because I have a good feeling about you, Pip, and Rip. She kind of looks over to Rip. And, of course, Fozzie and Lilibee. I'm sorry about the bear, Fozzie, but we just can't have pets in the house. Anyways, I don't know what to think of that man. Anybody that gets a free room and coerces my husband to give out a free room makes me suspicious. Everyone says, I heard that! As he's balancing a bunch of plates, he kind of puts his butt on the door and pushes it open. I'll be back! He goes into the kitchen as the door closes behind him.
I, yawn and I go, I think it's time for me to rest. It's been a long day.
I think that's a good idea.
Very well. Danica says, we'll have some breakfast here in the morning if you'd like. Mainly going to be rolls in the morning. Nothing too spectacular, I'm sorry. But food nonetheless. Do you need new towels? Do you need some warm water brought up to your rooms?
Maybe an air freshener. I get pretty gassy on this venison diet.
She says, I have just the thing. And she sort of stood up, and as she does, she kind of walks behind the counter, and she pulls up a bowl, and in the bowl you can see there's some crushed herbs that are there. And she says, here, it's called potpourri. She hands it to you.
I'm going to hand it to Lilibee. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You're Lilibee's lifesaver.
Of course.
All right, I go upstairs.
And we did open the windows during the day to air it out, just so you know.
You went up to Von Richten's room, not ours.
That's okay. I knew where you were going. You gotta go outside. All good.
That's right.
Not that I complain, because that's what I want to do, but...
I loved it. It was great. All right. So Lilibee goes upstairs. How about for the rest?
I'm gonna go upstairs. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Everyone comes out.
I gotta find a fire to dry my clothes off.
Oh yeah. Erwin says, Do you ask that?
Are there fires in the room? I
Yeah.
don't want to.
He says, there's not, but if you'd like, do you have some clothes to change into?
Not really.
Well, give me whatever you would like to dry, and we'll hang it over here by the hearth, and we'll keep it burning throughout the night.
I'll give him my my cloak and armor, I guess.
That's funny. I talk about a hearth, but there's no hearth. We're gonna pretend there's one right here. All right. So he takes it and he sort of hangs it up on these sort of chairs and whatnot. And he says, "I'll keep the fire going strong tonight. Don't worry, I'll be up for a while, and once I'm not, I'll lock the door behind me." I assume everybody's going to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll head up.
All right, sounds good. You guys head upstairs. I forget the sleeping arrangements. Was it you all in the same room? Yes, you were. That's right.
Yep, that's why I got poopery.
That's right. I remember now. Yeah, I think you sleep with Rip, right? I mean, you're just
Yeah,
kind of
Rip
like
and I
jumping right
cuddle.
in.
Even though Rip moves around, I'll follow.
Well, there's now 4 beds because I think Irina's not sleeping up there with you all.
Yep, don't matter. I still cuddle.
All right, I got it. Do you guys set up a watch for tonight as well?
I think so. I think
Okay.
we would.
You would anyways. Okay, gotcha. All right, so as you guys get up there and sort of set up for the night, you can hear the rain, sort of a steady sort of rain hitting on the roof and against the shutters that are there. It seems to have cut down quite a bit since you've come inside. And you continue to hear kind of the pitter-patter. No more thunder, no more lightning, and just that monotonous sort of rain sound throughout the night. All of you are able to do your watches without any incident, and you guys are able to get the long rest. And let's take a quick break, if that's all right.
Yep.
Okie doke.
Alright.
Grab a snack.
Thank you.
Time to wake up, get a doll, and meet some Vistani.
All righty.
Let's go see if Blinksy's is finally open.
You missed by appointment only, written in very light ink. All right, so you guys come on down to the morning breakfast. If you
But we have an appointment. Blinksy invited us.
Yep.
That's true. Do you go down for breakfast, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So as you come down, you see that it's just Danica that's down there right now, and she kind of comes over to you guys and she offers food up right away when you come down. Doesn't really say anything. She seems to be pretty quiet as she does, and she says good morning, and she kind of puts some food down, and she says the day should be hopefully a drier day today, and you guys did notice when you came up and down and around that the rain definitely had stopped, and the ground definitely has puddles that are there, so it appears that it rained all night, but definitely appears that the rain has stopped.
Good morning.
Morning.
We've got lots on the agenda for today. It's going to be a productive day. I got a good feeling about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How about you?
Said we'll just be working around here. A little concerned about Rictavio. Haven't seen him. Not like him to stay out a night like this, but I'm sure he's okay.
Own little trailer down by the stockade there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like a wagon?
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
Maybe he spent the night there. Not sure why he'd need a room, though. He does talk about his pet. He has a lion, tiger, some sort of creature. Maybe that's what he keeps in there.
Ooh. Don't want to run on the wrong side of that thing.
Good point. Good point, Pip. She said, she looks to Fozzie. She says, Fozzie, do you mind if I give Bear a few berries and stuff? Would that be okay?
Oh, please. That would be great.
He opens up the door and she kind of gives Bear some berries and she sort of steps out. Kind of looks around and comes back Did Lilby, did you come downstairs too?
I did.
Okay, gotcha. As you go, yep, you don't have to go in if you don't want to. You can. So she comes back in and she says, "I think we'll keep the doors open to allow a little air in." She kind of goes back and goes into there. So you guys have breakfast. There's like one other person that's in here. You can see appears to be one of the locals. He's kind of sitting there eating some food. Sort of looks towards you and he nods directly, eye contact to you, and goes back to his food, almost paying you no mind or heed.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish my breakfast and wait for my family to finish, and then look eager to start the day.
Okay.
I agree. Let's do this.
That sounds good.
All right. So as you guys get up and out and start to make your way out after eating food, you head straight to Blinsky's.
I think so, yeah.
All right. So as you kind of out the front door, you can see that the streets appear to have, again, some sort of people that are milling about, going about business. You can see some carry baskets, others, walk in twos or threes as they're going through. They all seem to eye you, just as you would expect as being outsiders to the town of Valaki, but nonetheless, they're not rude or anything. And you see that the sky is gray. Those low clouds continue to kind of hang over, and there's definitely no sort of sunlight that is noted to peek through any clouds. However, you do see that the clouds have some thin parts where it kind of highlights a little bit of a brighter area versus darker areas that are there. You still can see the wisp of the chimney smoke now kind of curls up into the air and goes into those clouds that's there, and you can see that the cloud is kind of not as low in certain areas around the city. You do get a sort of a faint smell as you're walking through of what smells like baking bread as you're kind of coming down the streets. A little bit different smell than what you had before. As you get towards the town center, you can see that the merchants are sort of setting up their wares, and you can see they're kind of popping open shutters, and you can see some vegetables that are put out, and there's some loaves of bread, and even what looks like maybe some salted fish on one of the tables there, maybe from the Lake of Varovich, off to the northeast. As you do, you see there's a pair of kids that kind of run through the block, and you can see that one of them is dragging what looks like a long stick with a sort of a horse's head, but the head of the horse has got these sort of weird kind of eyes that have been used, almost larger than the horse itself, and he's pretending to ride it. He goes, yeah, 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 and he's running, chasing the other kid that's there. You can hear just that little bit of laughter from those kids as they're playing there, which sort of breaks the dull drab of Valaki, which usually isn't very pleasant. You can see also that some of the jamboree notes have sort of been torn off or are blank at this point as you're walking through, and you can see that you walk towards that building, and you can see the crooked sign sort of creaks back and forth with that grinning painted jester's head. It says that you recognize as Blinsky's Toys.
Perfect. Just where we wanted to be. Gonna walk into the shop.
As you open up the door, you see that the room seems to be sort of a cramped little shop that's here with lots of toys that are there. You do see that the inside, just as you walk in, there's this sort of sign that maybe was on the outside before that has a large B on it, and it's kind of in the shape of a rocking horse. You can see that the wood is split and clearly is not to the fine caliber of the other sign that's out there that has peeling paint, and probably was out there for some time. You see as well those two lead-framed windows that you came through is kind of dirty glass, and you can see the toys that were stacked up on the other side. And as you walk in, you can see there's these signs that are painted almost in kind of a childish paint with different bright colors. And of course, all of them have the slogan, is no fun, is no Blinsky, kind of written all over it. You hear kind of a bell ding at the top of the door as you come in.
I'm gonna look around for a shopkeeper.
Okay. So as you kind of come in and look around, you don't see anybody in the immediate store. However, you hear somebody in the back behind the door, and you see the door suddenly swings open. And as it does, you see a very portly man who comes through the door. And he's heavy set, and you can see he's got sort of this moth-eaten jester's cap that he's wearing, and he's almost got this sort of jester outfit as well that also has sort of some pockmarks into the thing as well that kind of has holes in it too. He's got sort of a goatee that's there. His cheeks are very round. He's got these big brown bushy larger than life caterpillar eyebrows that's there, and on his shoulder you see there's a brown monkey with a very white carved out shape as he steps into the room, and he says, "Welcome, my friends, the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at a bargain prices. Perhaps you know little children who are in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or a boy." And you can tell this is a very well-rehearsed sort of saying that he says anytime somebody probably comes into the shop.
Interesting. Well met. What did you say your name was?
My name is Gadolf Blinsky. Blinsky Toys. You know what the saying is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Yes. I've heard that saying many places, a well-known saying.
Yes. Well, you know what people always ask me? Blinsky, why do you like to make toys like this? And I tell them, I choose not the toys, but the toys choose me. They whisper to me in my sleep. Like a monkey with little glass fangs over there. And you see there's like this little toy with a monkey, and it has these long sort of glass fangs hanging down very grotesquely. Or maybe the kitten with the butterfly wings back there. And you see there's a small little kitten with an oversized head, a tiny body, and these sort of wings that come out that look like butterflies, but they're painted in very garish colors. He says, yeah, that one. Or, oh, the doll that cries when you hug her too hard. Sometimes sweet, sometimes not so sweet, huh? Kind of picks up a clown Mariette. He says, see? And it's got this wide smile kind of painted, almost too large, right? It says, here in Barovia, children grow up with wolves at the doors and monsters in the night. So, if I can make them laugh at a wolf puppet with crossed eyes, maybe they not be so scared of the real thing, eh? I give them shadows they can hold in their hands, little shadows, and so the big ones seem much, much smaller.
You're doing good work here.
I am, indeed. And many, many toys to look at. Please look around. There's lots. I think that they're good. And remember, a toy doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. That broken jack-in-the-box still makes children laugh, sometimes even louder than a new one. Or a cracked bell. It still rings. Even here, Ja. And even in Barovia, where joy is like, how do you say it? A rare coin. Yes.
It dumped me.
Oh no! I dumped you? Can you hear us?
It may be on my end. I'm not sure. Did anyone else get dumped?
No.
Nope.
It did get dumped. I did see that. Sorry, buddy.
All right, I'm coming back in. I can hear.
Okay. All right, you can hear? All right, gotcha. Okay. And he kind of picks up the cracked music box in his fingers, and he just kind of twirls it around a little bit, and he sets it down, and then he sort of steps forward to you all, and he says, almost in a whisper, he says, sometimes the ideas, they're not mine. They come from, you call them, dreams. Not always my dreams. I don't ask where they come from. I just make them. And they always find their way to the right hands of who needs them. See, his grin kind of returns, and he says, now, you must see my newest one. She's a little dancing girl that never stops, even if you take away her feet. I call her Bella. Please. And you see he kind of steps around. Look around while I go get it. Go, look around.
I'll lean over to Lillaby. Do you notice his pet is a monkey?
Yes. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to talk to it.
So you guys are kind of in there, and you see all these sort of dolls and toys and everything just sort of spread all throughout.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like looking at these toys and seeing if there's any that I think Vistani would be particularly interested in. I don't know.
What was Pip? What was Madame Ava's granddaughter's name?
Arabella.
Arabella. Well, then he's getting us a toy that is a dancing girl named Belle. Maybe that's the
Oh.
one we're looking for.
Perfect. Perfect.
But I'll start walking around
Okay, go.
just looking at the toys.
All right. So as you kind of walk around and look, you see lots of different toys that are there. But on the table, you see there's a doll that looks like he's working on that has a sort of humanoid type of face. Right? It's a human face, human girl. Looks to be older than the typical age that you see, where there's like little toy girls that are, little toys that are here that are like little kids or babies. And you see that this one is sort of dressed in what looks like a metal armor with these white sort of sleeves. It comes down, and she has two sticks that are connected to the side of her belt, and it has red hair kind of hanging down.
Red hair?
Red hair.
Like our friend? Or like me? Or like
Yeah, like you have red hair. Your friend, I assume you're talking about, is it Irina?
Irina, yeah.
Yep. He comes out and he goes, "Aha, Bella, right here. See, beautiful doll. And it seems to call to you. Last night, I had a vision, a dream. They told me to make this doll. And I don't know why, but it did." He says, "And have we met?"
Well, we did come knocking on your door yesterday, but I don't think we've met officially.
I see. Gadolf. He puts his hand out. Gadolf Blinsky. You know what they say?
It's no fun. It's no Blinsky.
Yes. Oh, as he laughs, the jester hat kind of moves, and you hear the bells. One of them rings, and the other one's like the ringers like broke out of it. Oh, that's great. I love it. You already know the
I think we talked through the door.
Yes, we did. I knew your voice sounded familiar. Sorry, when I have those visions, I can't talk. I can't do other things, and so, plus you shouldn't allow anything in the door when it starts to get dark, you know? You never know what it is. Just then you see the monkey kind of jumps down and starts to go over to the desk and picks up something and kind of looks at you all and starts to fiddle with a little of the tool. Not doing anything with it, just sort of playing with this little tool. He says, "Now, did you find something else that you would like? There's many good toys."
Wow. We're looking for a toy for a young Vistani girl who is the granddaughter of Madame Ava. Her name is Arabella.
I don't know her. I don't know this madam who you speak of either. But this doll, and he puts the hand up, he says, "This one looks pretty good. Don't you think? Bella, it matches the name. Maybe this was for her."
Seems like it lines up to me. Would you be interested in also selling this doll? And I point at the one with red hair.
He says, that one. No, not for sale. Special order, you see. Very important customer. Perhaps you would choose something else, yeah? Like, the dancing bear. He points to this like little bear that's there. That one's very nice. It's got a little wind up in the back. He kind of winds it up, and you see it sort of goes tick, 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 and his arms kind of move up and down. He's like, the dancing bear. Or the music coffin. Yeah.
Who special ordered this one?
The wind up wolf too. Chases its own tail. Kind of chases. I don't think I can tell you. I think it's probably should be special, right? clearly appears to be nervous. Now, let me see. Oh, what about this kite? Oh, this is great. Windy today. It'll be good.
Huh.
I think she said we should get a doll, didn't she?
Yeah, we'll definitely buy the Belle dancing doll.
Ah, good choice. Very good choice. Wonderful. Good. You sure you don't want anything else in this?
Yeah. If this one can't be bought, and I point at the one that looks like Irina, just reminds me of a friend of mine is all.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sure that friend of yours is not the one who is purchasing it. Why would you buy a doll that looks like you, huh?
Who did you
That-
say commissioned this?
Oh, he looks at you nervously. He says, I don't like to, nobody, people want things sometimes to be quiet, right? In case you decide that you want to go procure it after it's sold, right? I think it's probably best that we not say. Yes. yes.
Did this come to you in a vision, or was this like how did you know to
no.
make it look like this?
Special orders, specifically asked like this from my. Anyways, if you would like something similar, I can make you maybe a replica of this, but you can't have this one. This is not for sale for you. I'm sorry. It's for that special person. Very important.
Are your dolls part of any sort of rituals or special magical castings?
Oh, heavens, no! It's all about making children happy. No, they don't work as pagan things like that.
I'm gonna just curious, so I'm gonna insight check it.
Okay, alrighty. What are you insight and checking about?
That his dolls really are as innocent as he says they are. Like they're just dolls. They just are toys.
Okay. So he says, "Now, please, may I?" He kind of touches Lillaby on the shoulder. He says, "Let me find you something that's going to be more towards your style." Yes, I mean, you don't want that doll, anyways. It looks too much like your companion there with the red hair. Not many have red hair. Maybe. Oh, I know. I see a bear outside the window. Maybe I can give you a bear. You don't like the dancing bear? I'll get you the other bear, the one that doesn't dance. Yes.
Well, and I'm gonna take out Madame Ava's coin pouch and be like, "This is payment for the Belle dancing doll. We'll get that one."
Do you remember how many coins she gave you?
I kept them in the original. Like she just gave me a coin purse,
Okay, gotcha. So
and
as
I
you-
never took them out of that.
Yeah. So as you open it up, you see there's 5 gold in there.
How much for this doll?
He says, 1 gold if you have it.
I'll
Otherwise,
take
we
one.
could do. Oh, he goes. Oh.
Otherwise, we could do what?
Otherwise, you could give me 5 electrum if you wanted to. I mean, I'd be happy to take silver, but nobody has silver in town. You could do copper too, if you wanted to. That would be fine. 100 copper.
I'll just take 1 gold piece and give it to him.
Good. Thank you. Now, kind of walks back and he puts his hand on the red-headed doll and he sort of puts it underneath the counter as he goes, and he says, "So, anything else that you'd be interested in?"
Gonna look at my friends. Interesting pet you have there.
Oh, you're talking
How
about.
long have you? Yeah. How long have you had that?
You see his big smile comes across his face. Ah, that's Piccolo, my little helper, my partner in the toy business, ja. He's clever, he's smart, well, sometimes too smart. He likes to take the little wheels and gears from my workbench, and as you do that, you see Piccolo's playing with one of the gears, and he sort of looks at him sort of sheepishly as he says that, and he kind of hides it behind his back. He says he hides them in my shoes. He thinks I don't know, but it makes walking very loud. Not from the shoes, as you can imagine. Ow! He sort of puts his hands up, pretending like he's screaming. Funny.
How long have you been friends?
We've been friends, he kind of takes out his fingers and he sort of counts 1, 2, 3. 3 months ago, yes. He just came to me. And as he does, he kind of comes around the desk and he starts talking. He says he was a gift from a traveling scholar. Tall man, fine clothes. Smelled faintly of books, ink. Books and ink. He said his name was... Oh.
Rictavio?
No, not Rictavio. Started with an A. He was very polite, very, very
Alric?
precise. No, not Alric. Alanic Ray was his name. Alanic Ray, yes, that was his name.
Oh.
He said Piccolo could use a good home, somewhere warm and lively with lots of toys, and of course, my shop is the warmest, yeah?
Interesting. I think we may know this man.
You know Atlantic Ray?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, please tell him Piccolo is wonderful to have. I love having this guy. He's so friendly. Just then you see Piccolo has kind of he's in the back and he sort of has reached up and kind of pulled up the doll with the red hair, and he's just sort of rubbing it, kind of petting the red hair as you're looking at it. And he kind of twirls his fingers in it. He's kind of twirling it back and forth. He says, the good news is he loves the gears. He doesn't love really anything else. He's a good little monkey. I'm trying to train him. I'm trying to get him to do a little bit of stuff, kind of go pick up things, bring them back to me, kind of help me, prevent me from having to do a lot of walking back and forth, as you can imagine.
Very helpful.
Yeah, he's good little monkey.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you've been very helpful, Mr. Blinksy. It's been nice to do business with you.
As you say that, you see just sort of kind of is thinking off, and he's like, Piccolo. A strange thing, though, just sort of staring off, almost as if he's like thinking of something else, right? He's sort of lost in the moment. Said, he's looking out the window, right? And he's looking across the street. Says, when Alec left, I thought I saw someone watching him from across the street. Remember, his hood was up, his face was hidden. And when I looked again, poof, gone, like a ghost. Strange things. Never seen anything like that since.
That was just last night, right?
No, 3 months ago.
Oh, yeah? Who was he talking to?
Oh no, it was just a man standing across the street. It was like they were watching him. Had his hood up, face was hidden, I couldn't tell who he was. He was there and then he was gone, like a ghost. Strangest thing.
Interesting. Maybe Alanic Ray was also being followed by someone.
Oh, are you being followed?
We're always being watched. Don't you know that, Gadolf?
No. Who's watching us? You see, he turns back and forth. He goes, Piccolo, put that doll down! As he looks back, Piccolo quickly drops it and kind of jumps up onto the top shelf. He kind of walks back to him. No, he shakes his finger. Bad monkey. Not for you. Picks the doll up and looks at it. I'll have to fix that hair now. Why did you do that, Piccolo? He puts the doll back down on the table. You were saying, people watching? Oh, yes. He looks at you. You're right, people are watching. Well,
it's good to do business with you.
you too. And remember...
Brothers, anything else with Mr. Blinksy that we need to discuss?
Oh, I almost
Guess not.
almost forgot. And he reaches behind there, and as he does, he grabs 4 pieces of small paper that is sort of cut out like a horse. And he says, "Here, that's for you. Please pass it out. It will help." And on it, you see it's a cutout like a wooden horse that's there, and on it says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky. Please tell everybody."
Is no fun, is no Blinksky.
Yes, is no fun, is no Blinsky. Good for the toys, yes? Oh, and if you look at Bella, there's a little tag on the bottom that says the same. And as you look, you see there's a small tag, almost like a sale price tag that's on it, that gets sewn into toys, and it says the same thing. She'll know exactly where it came from. Arabella, you said, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, if you need more toys, come on back in. Maybe Piccolo won't be so naughty next time. As he looks back up at Piccolo and goes, kind of shakes his finger at him, and Piccolo goes,
Have a good day.
"You too. Good day." Goes behind the desk and he kind of picks up the doll and starts working on the red-haired doll.
Slowly, like, start to make my way out.
All right. The store. All right. So I assume everybody steps out of the store.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
As you do, you see the shop door kind of swings shut behind you, and you can hear the little bit of the bell that kind of jingles there, and you can hear kind of the general mumble of the streets, and the air outside still feels kind of faintly damp with that chimney smoke that was there before, but seems to be down the street. You can see what looks like a small knot of movement that sort of draws your attention. You immediately recognize the broad-shouldered, unmistakable man with his monstrous flame-scarred arm sort of strides into view. Yep, Isaac Strazzani. And as he does, you can see there's 2 town guards that flank him, and they each carry a stack of rolled parchment with a hammer and nails. And you see one of them walks over to the post and puts the sign up, and the other one goes as they're putting up some other sign or proclamation.
What was this? Yeah, what does it say?
So hard to tell from this distance. He's a bit of a way, but you can see he's kind of walking up to one of those old notices for the Wolfhead Jamboree. And as they do, you can hear Isaac sort of barks out a curt order. And you hear him say, "Tear that down, put up the new one." And the guard quickly runs over and he tears down the faded old note. And the other one comes in and pounds up a fresh one. And as he does, you can see from across the street, it's fairly good size. You see this side. You see, as they're pounding that up, Isaac's eyes sort of sweep across the street, briefly kind of sharp and assessing. But before he turns back to his task, you can see that he just kind of looks around, almost as if like assessing everything that's going on. Feels like it's the kind of feeling like there's like someone sort of just snooping everywhere, or you feel that feeling like someone's snooping on you or watching you from behind, even though they're not looking at you. You just kind of get that sort of ill chill that kind of goes across the back.
How close are we to the guy with the big arm?
Isaac? You're probably, I'd say probably about 80 feet.
Oh, too far to just yell at him.
Oh, you could yell at him if you wanted to. It's not too far.
I want to walk over to him and say, "Hey, your sign says we got to attend this thing, but it doesn't tell us when or where. It makes it kind of difficult."
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you're going to do?
It's exactly what I do.
So you see Fozzie takes off from the group, walking, I assume, directly towards him, right?
Yeah.
So as you do, you kind of walk over to him, and Isaac is kind of looking around. He immediately puts his eyes directly on you.
Bear is right with me, too.
All right. Okay. And he sees you kind of walking up, and he goes, "Ugh." And the 2 guards behind him sort of, one's hammering and the other one has papers. They both turn and they're kind of fumbling, like looking at each other. What do they do? Because they have their weapons at their side, but they're hanging on to all this stuff as you start to approach. You can see Isaac's arm starts to almost increase in the heat that comes from it. As you can see, he's sort of preparing for whatever is coming. And he looks to you and he says, "What do you want?"
Well, your sign says attendance is required. I want to know when and where this thing is, if I'm supposed to be there.
"Of course you'll know when it is." He's like, "It's when we always have these festivals."
Yeah, well, I'm new here, so you better tell me.
"Follow the people coming into the village, down to the town square. It's going to be right here." And he points over towards the large fountain that's there. He says, "We'll build the blazing sun right over there. Make sure the
when?
children come." "When?"
That, like tonight, next week,
No,
a year
it's-
from now? When?
He says, "How do you not know? It's 3 days from now. The high sun.
All right,
Trust
thank
me.
you. Well, thank
don't
you
wanna
very
miss it.
much. Finally, some information that's usable in this town.
He said, "What did you
I
say?"
turn around and march away.
You've been very helpful, sir. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
As he walks away, you can see that his jaw tightens and locks like really tight. You can see him grinding his teeth as he stares daggers into the back of Fozzie as he walks away. You can see he subtly sort of shifts back and forth.
I'm gonna get that guy someday.
Well, we don't want him to throw demon flame at us today. We'll wait for a little bit.
We're on our way to the Vistani anyway.
Yeah, we've got Bastani to meet.
He looks
How
in-
far is this camp?
About
Only
a-
15 minutes out, I
Yeah.
think is what they said.
15 or 20, yeah.
not very far out. You hear him behind him say, "Replace those signs over there." As he does, you can see that he kind of walks over and they kind of go near the toy shop and he sort of peers in through the window. Let's get to work. Come on. Looks for why they're hammering, and then they move on to the next pole where he kind of looks at the fish and kind of looks at the fruit and grabs one of the root vegetables, the carrot, and just picks it up and starts chewing on it. And the person sitting there says, "That one is free, sir." And he just kind of looks at them as he kind of chews it. "I hope you enjoy it. It's the best carrot I have."
I'm just gonna smile very nicely, but keep walking.
All right, sounds good. All right, so you guys kind of leave the square, I take it?
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
yeah, Fuzzy tried to antagonize him, but didn't do a good enough job, so we're gonna.
I need an
Head to the
intimidation roll or something, but I didn't get anything.
I was just being forceful.
I know, I love it.
I'm tired of getting the runaround in this town.
Fozzie doesn't like the runaround. All right. So where do you guys head next?
We're gonna head out for the Vistani encampment.
Okay.
Right, that's where we're headed.
Sounds good. Try not to crash you out, Rip, again here, but I'm gonna share that map.
There was another thing we were keeping track of time on besides the Vessel of the Rising Sun. Was there not something that we got invited to at St. Andrew's? Like there was a time frame for something? Like was it a celebration or
A ritual?
a ritual or something that we had to be there for? Was it tomorrow?
Are you talking about the St. Andrew celebration, or?
Yeah, there was like a thing that the father invited
Something
us
for the bones.
Yeah, there
to
was
reconsecrate?
something. Yes.
Yep.
Is that today or tomorrow?
That's on the 7th.
Oh, okay. So we
7th of
still have
Navir.
some time. Okay.
Today's the 4th.
Okay, so we have some time. So.
Alrighty. So as you come out, well, do you ask for directions? I didn't even think to ask. Did you all ask for it?
We're supposed to leave the west gate, I think.
We got directions from our friend in the bar,
Oh yeah, Erwin.
Erwin.
All right. So
from
as you
the
come
Blue
out,
Water Inn. Yeah.
he tells you to follow the road as you go out to the west and then down to the south. Follow the road and continue through the woods. You get to the
Yeah.
Vistani camp.
Yeah.
As you continue to travel, you can see that you walk through the woods. As you do, you can have the similar to when you were on the Slavic Road or the Slavic Woods Road. The woods kind of come around you. You can see the trees sort of wrap. Do you have Luna with you, by the way, Lillaby?
I left her at the church.
Okay, you would have walked by the church. I'm just not sure if you would have grabbed her or not. That's why I was asking.
No, I'll leave her there and
Okay.
to alert me if anything, happens.
Yeah, so what she reported to you was in the middle of the night, there was lots of bats that were flying around the church. They didn't go in, but Luna had to take shelter within the bell tower because they seemed to be harassing her. So she sat in there, but they wouldn't even enter into the bell tower itself. They just would continue to circle all night long and seemed to be almost like just concentrating around the church itself as they continued to fly throughout the entire night.
Oh.
Needless to say, Luna did not get any sleep, but she's an owl. They don't sleep at night, so just so you have clarity on what happened.
Okay.
As you continue through the woods, you travel for about 10 or 15 minutes or so, I would say, as you follow the path, and the woods part to reveal sort of this expansive clearing. You see what looks like a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into the side. There's definitely some fog that's here, and you can see it sort of obscures a lot of the details. But what you can see is that these buildings feature sort of elegantly carved woodwork, and they have very decorative lanterns that hang from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, what you see is you see a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a very large tent, with a column of smoke pouring through the hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even from a distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that seem to emanate from this general area that you're at right now and coming from the hill.
Gonna not be hiding or anything. I'm just gonna walk the path up to until I get greeted.
Alrighty, gotcha. Alright, we got a map. I don't know if I have all the stuff blocked or not. I do, okay, gotcha. I'll drag you all on there. You are on the road to the north. You may see your tokens up there. We're off.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep kind of walking. I'm not, I'm rolling up here with a birthday present, so.
Oops, I forgot to unlock it. Yep, no problem.
Yeah, I'm just like chitter-chattering and humming and dancing around and excited to give some child her birthday gift. Do-do-do-do-do.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Dum-dum-dum-dee-dum.
So as you continue to make your way up, you can see that there's definitely the path that goes, but the opening, yep, if you go right up the hill, either way, however you want to go, you can kind of walk up. And as you do, you can see just slightly inside the tent, there's a lot of smoke that's coming out of the large tent that's there. There doesn't appear to be anybody on the outside, but you can hear the sound of talking or murmurs from inside the large tent.
Inside the large tent? Like
yeah,
the center
large.
tent?
Yep, the center tent. Yep, exactly.
Okay. Probably join the group then towards the large tent.
Alrighty. So, Rip, as you get there and you start to enter into the tent itself, you see that there are 6 people inside this tent. And as they're sort of there, you can see that they are sitting next to some fires. And I just tried to unmask them so you could see them. And as you dunk in, you can hear the sound of kind of splintering wood and shattering ceramic. Blinking through the haze of smoke that kind of fills the interior, you see 3 sputtering campfires burning low, and and a total of 6 Vistani sit around the hearths of these fires. And they seem to be watching the source of commotion with solemn, sort of sympathetic looks. And as they do, you see a shirtless young man kneels on a dead grass in the center of the tent. His eyes are downcast and his face is pale. Beside him, a broken wooden crate sits amidst a pile of broken pottery shards, several of which are still wobbling from the force of the impact.
Ooh, excuse me. Did we interrupt something?
As you enter in, you do see that about a dozen feet from the kneeling youth stands an older, larger man, wearing a studded leather armor and thick, well-trimmed beard. His eyes are bloodshot, and his right hand is trembling. He appears to be leaning his weight on a makeshift wooden crutch for support. Looking down, you see that his lower right leg is wrapped in blood-stained bandages.
You were supposed to keep her safe.
The large man bellows down hoarsely. He whirls, his hand grabbing blindly as if he's looking for something else to throw. Sweats of bead are dripping down his forehead. He chokes back a large sob of rage.
My little girl, and now!
He sort of wavers unsteadily, and he stumbles. In a blink, a third man, clad in leather armor and wearing a fine trimmed goatee, steps out from the shadows and catches the larger man on his shoulder before he falls.
Easy, brother,
the third man says. Lost a lot of blood. He glances up and he catches sight of you, his brow tightening almost imperceptibly. And it would appear you have company.
Yes. What seems to be the problem?
So as Pips kind of walks forward,
Okay.
you can see that she kind of walks towards the center as she says that. Pip, as you look, your eyes cut through the smoke, and all the years vanish in an instant. The heavy build, the trimmed beard, the stance, even leaning on the crutch. There's definitely no mistaking this person.
Lavash.
Suddenly hears his voice. You hears his name, and he looks to you, and he says,
I didn't expect you to have the gall to walk into my tent. You broke the circle, Pip. You stopped what would have saved that child. You forced me to an impossible situation that our troop barely survived.
As he looks at you, the gentleman that's holding him, right, also looks to you, who you immediately recognize as Aragel, who also was in the troop that you were with, and he says, Ah, but the past is such a messy thing to drag into the present, eh? That night, we broke more than the ritual. Perhaps at best we don't shatter this one, too, he says to his brother.
I didn't know. I feared for the child's life. It didn't seem like a innocent thing that you were doing.
You have a persuasion check.
Yes.
So as Pip's sort of having this interaction, the rest of you, what are you guys doing? I don't know if they know. I don't know if they know the story. Do they?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm just trying to make sense of what's going on.
Yeah. All right. So you're all like kind of flabbergasted. Huh?
So in my like intro, I was.
Well, that's okay.
There
You
was-
don't have to tell them. That's all good. I didn't know if you had told them yet. So you can tell them if you want. I think
Well,
they know how to
didn't we
character.
do that for our like character
Yeah.
intros? Oh, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
characters
Yeah,
don't
the
know,
characters
but
know.
the
Yeah.
players do. Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say. He says. You see, Lavash sort of. He softens just for a second. He says,
Words won't undo what you've done, Pip. You broke something. Can't put it back.
What happened to the child?
Just then you hear Aragel says, Ah, Lavash, see? He admits it. But only now, when he needs your help. Right? That's why he's here. He's trapped. Where was this truth when the boy was on the ritual? Words are cheap. His debt is old. Right?
Lavash, your daughter. Is it? What's going on here? She?
Pip, you've never met my daughter. I don't bring her with me when I leave this land. You don't know her. You don't know anything about this. This has nothing to do with you. You see the other man who's sitting on the ground with the broken box. Clearly you can see the box was now thrown from Lavash and hit him. Was kind of sitting there. He says, he's the one to blame, not you.
Can we help you?
You want to help me?
I'm gonna take out the doll.
Okay.
Madame Ava wanted to give this to her for her birthday.
He looks, he says, a gift from Blinsky. By Madame Ava's hand? Ha! Even when we're worlds far apart, the old woman knows how to place her stones on the board, doesn't she? As she looks to Aragel. He kind of leans up and puts his weight on the crutch. He gestures to one of the other Vistani to sort of move out of the way and clear a spot. He says, please, sit. Let's talk. As he does, you can see they sort of move away from the fire. Come on now. You don't want to show away my hospitality. Come in, please. Sit, all of you. Have a seat. Pip, you have a new troop. Who's in this troop?
My family.
Family? The same family you talked about when you were with us?
Yes.
Ah, the wandering sister over there, huh? I see her. What was her name again? I don't remember. What is your name, little one?
My name is Lillaby.
Lillaby, that's right. She spoke very fondly of you. Ah, and your brothers, too. I see them. Now there's another sister somewhere. Where is she? She has red hair, I think. Where is that young girl? You spoke of her highly. A sister. Playful. Quirky.
She... I just look at Riptide.
Okay.
I just shake my head.
Shake your head. He says, oh no, she's lost as well. Is there something I can do to help? I understand the feeling of losing one. Please, ask what you need, my friend.
Well, we were mostly looking to complete a task that was given to us by Madame Ava, but I see that the gift was intended for an individual that doesn't seem to be present, and, well, seems that is a problem for you, and we would like to maybe, I don't know, if she's missing, do you know where she may be?
I didn't have them showing. I clicked the wrong ones. I apologize. There we go. You should be able to see them all now. He says, can I see that toy? Kind of leans his weight on the crutch.
Sure. And I just hand it to him.
As he does, you see the face looks very straight face, not really any joy at all in it, almost like he's longing for something. He says, Arabelle would have liked this. She's clever, quick to laugh. Always finding little tricks in a toy before the other children do. Picture her face. Haven't seen it for 2 days now. He looks over at the guy that had broken the box. His name's Alexi on the kind of the map there, and he says, "It's your fault, you know." And he yells out to the man.
puts his head down. And he goes, Ava must have known. This isn't just a gift. A reminder, isn't it? A promise. He looks over to Aragal. Maybe that my girl will hold it in her hands again. She knows. Ava knew. I'd like to believe that.
Well, we're looking to get home. I want to get back to our original home. We're kind of trapped here.
Oh, Pip, you are trapped. No one leaves this land unless you're Vistani. Fortunately, this is your home now. For all of you. You must make the best of it.
Well, I have to ask. You
Yes.
know the ruler of these lands?
Of course. The Devil Strahd. Who else would it be?
You support his reign?
That's an interesting question that you have, my young Pip. Why would you ask it that way?
Just want to know where you stand when it comes to leadership of this land.
He is a complex individual. I think that's a hard question for me to answer, Pip. Besides, I'm not sure I trust you still.
We've known each other for a long time.
Yes, but we didn't leave on the best of terms. Or should I say, you decided to break the curse that break the ritual that made us leave. Wouldn't stay with us, not when you did that.
You could have warned me. You could have prepared me.
You should trust me. You knew. You've been with us. There's no reason for you not to trust me. When I told you we weren't hurting that child, you didn't believe me. You cast doubt. That child has been scarred forever. Everyone must have faith during that ritual. You know that. You harmed that child, Pip. You did.
And I want to redeem myself. Maybe I can save this child.
He sort of swallows. Says, I think that would be a good way. Now, let's talk about that. Voice tightens. Arabella, my child, was playing in the woods. Alexei over there, he kind of points to the guy that was sort of on the ground being hit. He kind of puts his head down. My nephew was to watch her. But he decided to drink himself senseless after Jan gave him that wine. When he woke, she was gone, and Jan had vanished too. Later we found Jan's body near the Lunar River. Decapitated. My daughter was gone, but something was left. Near him was a ring, a strange signet. He gave it to Casimir to study. He's found nothing. Baron's library in Valaki may hold the answer. But my people are forbidden to enter the city. Ergal, over on the side, says, You know, Pip, if you and your friends are carrying the gift for Arabelle, your fate already has put you on this path. You do need to find her. Deliver it yourself. That probably would be the truest gift. Savash looks at her and he says,
Looks to Ergal and he says, "Why would I have them deliver it? I want her to come here. I will hang on to the doll, and she can see it when she reunites with me." Ergal shrugs.
Maybe it might. She's never met us. She might be afraid of us. What if we have the gift? It might make her feel like she can trust us, so she'll follow us to bring back to you.
Ergal says, "That's right. Luvash, think about it. They can say it was from you or Madame Ava. It would give them give her a sense of trusting. To bring her back. He does speak the truth, you know." He hands you the doll and he looks at all of you and he says, "Bring me that ring from Casimir. Search the Baron's library for its mark. Bring me the truth. Or better yet, bring my daughter. And you'll have my gratitude. I'll even give you a reward worthy of it. But more than that, you'll have my friendship. In Barovia," raises his eyebrows, "that's rarer than gold."
Thank you, Lavash, giving me this opportunity to redeem myself.
Don't thank me yet. You haven't returned her. The rest of you just kind of taking it all in.
Yeah.
Well, this is Pip's story, so
It's okay.
we're listening.
It's all good.
So, just to get all my ducks in a row, he wants us to go back into the city, to go into the Baron, or the Burgermeister, or the mayor's library to break in to look up information about this ring.
Yep, he wants you to bring the ring from Casimir.
Yeah.
He wants you to search the Baron's library for its mark, for the ring's mark. Tell him the truth, or better yet, bring him his daughter.
Okay.
And he will give you gold and friendship. Or friendship, I should say. I guess it doesn't say gold specifically.
Okay.
Like, what else do you need, my friend?
If you think this ring will lead us to the answers of where your daughter may be, then that's the line we'll follow.
Nods. There
And
you go,
I,
says.
like-
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just kind of look around at the room, and do I recognize the other people that are scattered around in here? I mean, I know Aragal and Lavash.
Yeah, no, you don't. The women that were there with his traveling troupe are not here. These people that are in here you don't recognize at all.
Okay.
Aragal you'd seen in the periphery, but you never really talked to him at all. You just knew he was there with Lavash. He was always kind of quiet and restrained, never really talked to you very much.
Do I know this Casimir name?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Because he said that's Casimir's ring?
He gave the ring to Casimir to look
Oh.
at.
So I have to find Casimir to get the ring. Sorry.
Yes. Yep, you do.
So I
Yep.
don't have it yet in my possession. I need
Nope.
to find Casimir. Okay.
Correct. Yep, exactly. All good.
Where's Casimir at?
It says, Casimir lives here.
Okay.
Southern side of the hill. He's in one of the hovels. He's a scholar. He has the ring. He told me that he's unable to figure out what it is, but he said the Baron of Valaki has a library that's unmatched. But again, he's not able to get in, nor am I. Here, Aragal Sal. And if you go poking around the Baron's book, he's subtle. He has eyes in most places that people don't think to look. Speak with Casimir first. I think that's important. He's one of the Dusk Elves over in the hovels there. Bring the ring. Then you can find its mark into the library.
Sounds like a plan. And well met. And then I just kind of make to leave the tent.
Okay.
he says, "You have my thanks, and I give you my word you will be rewarded." He says, "I'll give you so much gold you can't even carry it."
I don't care about the gold. You know, I only care about the child's safety.
I know. You do this, Pip, you'll be more than guests here. You'll be kin. Which you know, Pip, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Aragal then says, "And if you prove yourself here, maybe there's other ways you could help us. Things go beyond just one missing child."
Uvash looks and he says, "Aragal, it's not just a missing child."
He says, "My apologies."
He sort of nods down a little bit. As you, are you making your way out? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yep. Slowly making my way out.
All right, gotcha. As you do, you see Uvash says, "Alexei, go with them. Tell them what happened. They need all the information they can get." See the young man who's kind of kneeling there with the shirt, who's shirtless and the shoulders are hunched forward. He just kind of looks up, and as he does, he says, "Of course, I will. I am so sorry, Uncle." He says, "You should be."
Yeah, I guess I'll just ask him about the events leading up to her getting lost to Alexei as we're walking to the tent indicated.
Okay, it sounds good. So as you do, he kind of walks and he keeps his voice down. He barely says anything. He says, I was supposed to watch her, Arabelle. She was playing in the trees. It wasn't very far from camp. I could hear her laughing, and Yan came. He was smiling like he always does, and he said I looked thirsty. He had a wineskin, and kind of looks back and forth. He says, I drank just a few sips. I thought the ground it sort of tilted in one direction. Next thing you know, my face is down in the grass. My head is pounding. She was gone. So was Jan. So tragic.
Maybe you got a little bit drunk, or maybe somebody drugged you. Take us to Casimir's tent.
Gotcha. So as you kind of go out, he kind of points you towards the hovels that are down at the bottom of the hill, and he points towards the south. You see he points in that direction. He says, he's down in that way. I do say though, you do know that I know what this means, right?
What means?
Oh, Jan's dead now. They found him near the Luna River. His head was cut clean off. Blood everywhere. Signs of a fight. He said that they say that Savid had found the ring there. I never saw it, but Luvash gave it to Kashmir. It's got to mean something, right? Maybe not.
Maybe. That's what we're here to find out.
I just stayed sober. I could have just kept my eyes on her. She'd still be here. It's all my fault.
We're gonna find her.
I'm going to ask Luvash to tell me about these dusk elves.
Okay, gotcha. As you say that, Pip, and I got you, Fozzie. I appreciate that. He's like, he says, Pip, your kind words don't change the truth. I failed her. I failed my uncle. Whatever happens to me now, I deserve it. Puts his head down and he points down there, and as you ask Fozzie about the Dusk Elves, he says, they live in the hovels below. They're sort of people that have lived here for a long time. They're good folk. You won't find many elves in this land. Alexei
Thank
looks.
you all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go talk to them.
All right. As you say that, he says, Alexei says to you all, he's like, we've all lost some time. Pip, Let us not lose her too, please. We need to find her. All right. So as he says that, he sort of steps back into the tent that's there. The group of you are outside, making your way down the hill.
Yeah, because I was gonna go to the hovel to find Casimir.
Yep. And he's down to the south as well. So as you make your way down and the camp kind of falls behind you, you can see there's these squat, weathered little cottages that I talked about. And as you come down, you can feel the air gets a little bit more still down here, and the little bit of music that's up there with the Vistani sort of kind of fades as well. Half sunken into the earth are these hovels. They're sort of squat in there, and they look stone walls that have green moss, and roofs that appear to sag a little bit as well, and you can see some smoke coming out of a few of the chimneys. The smell of wood smoke is faint and mingles with, kind of the earth that you see. As you kind of walk up to there, yep, right there, that's good, perfect. As you come around the corner, you see a dark-eyed elf standing there, and he watches you from the corner as you come up. And he kind of peeks you, and his face is sort of gaunt, and his expression is almost unreadable, except for a flicker of distrust as you walk up. And you find that other ones across from the other hovels kind of watch as well, as you guys make your way down the side of the hill there.
I'm going to show him my broken sword and ask him if he knows how to fix it or where the rest of it is.
He looks at you, and he looks to your sword, and he looks back to you. And he says, "Who are you?"
I am Fozzie the Ranger.
Ozzy the Ranger. Your sword is definitely broken. I am not an armorsmith or a blacksmith. I do not think I can help you with that. No one here can. You've come to the wrong place.
Do you know of this sword? My mentor told me that it was wielded by dusk elves.
He looks at it and he says, "That is not a sword I am familiar with." He reaches down. As he does, he half unsheaths a scimitar that's next to him. And you can see that the scimitar is silver in nature as he slides it out. And he kind of looks to you with his gloved hand and he says, "These are the swords that we use." And he slides it back in. And he says, "Do not recognize that sword."
Do you
see
know
that?
anything of the Pool of the White Sun?
I am just a guard. You should ask Casimir. He is the scholar. He probably would know. He says, he kind of points to the door and he says, "Casimir is inside. He's returned just this morning from a journey into the mountains. A hard one. You speak with him. Your business
Can
is
you introduce
important."
us, please?
Of course. Your business is important. But keep it short. Please don't press him besides what's necessary. Kind of walks
Okay.
over. And as he does, he kind of looks to you and he says, "He's a patient man, but even patient wear thins when one is weary. Do what you came to do and then let him rest."
We will.
He kind of knocks on the door. "Casimir, you have visitors." Hear a voice inside say, "Please, open the door." And as the door opens, you see a small hovel inside, and there is a gentleman that's sort of sitting in there. As you guys walk past the guard, you see that the guard has his hair is kind of black, but it has streaks of silver that are sort of into it, and you can see it's kind of tied into sort of a ponytail at his neck, at the base of his neck, and his armor is sort of a patchwork of battered leather and chain that's been mended lots of times as you kind of go through. He immediately looks in and he says,
If it becomes too long, Casimir, call me or knock, and I will have them escorted out. Casimir says, "It's okay. It's okay."
As you come into this small, cozy little vestibule, you can feel that it's several degrees warmer in here than it is outside due to the fire that's burning. And you can see the walls of this small chamber are decorated with hanging sketches and portraits, what looks like elves in dark skin. You see tree-born sort of spires that kind of go up into dark wood, kind of wrapped into sort of almost like the trees were turned into these buildings or spires. And you can see arctic depictions of constellations and celestial bodies. In Lillaby, when you look, you can see there's lots of sort of stars and things that are here. And they all seem to have the same pattern on each picture, so they're not sort of random. There's two sort of curtains of brown fabric that kind of obscure kind of the windows that are here on each side. And you see that the fireplace is at the north end, and there's this nice rug that's in the center, and there's kind of he's just sort of sitting next to the fire in a chair that's there, and he indicates over to the table that Fozzie and Pip are standing, and he says, "Please, please, a seat if you'd like." As you do, you can see he's got lots of little cubby holes, and they've got leather-bound books, and you can see small little wooden statuettes of elven fighters that are also sitting on these little areas too. And you can see on the wall, just behind him, is this faded tapestry of a lush and beautiful forest beneath what appears to be a bright noonday sun.
I'm going to show him my sword and ask him if he knows anything of it. And I'm looking at the pictures to see if any of the figurines are holding a sword similar.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And also want to ask him about the Pool of the White Sun.
Okay. So as you sit down, you kind of ask him that, and he says, "You," as he studies you, Fozzie, "you have asked about old sigils before, haven't you? Please, may I take that blade?"
Sure.
As you
I
hand
hand
it
it to him.
Okay, as you hand it to it, he sets it on his lap, and as he does, he sort of exhales slowly, and he says, "Yes, there it is, right there. You see that? The lion rampant, worn with time, but it's unmistakable. This piece in your possession is not just steel. It's the memory of my people's last stand. And now, perhaps, it's the key, isn't it?" He looks at you. "It's the key. You're here about the ring, aren't you?
Yes.
But Fozzie's here about his history. You are not a dusk elf like me, Fozzie."
No, but my mentor may have been.
Not from Barovia, I take it?
No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. You coming here with this sword is the key to finding this missing girl. I know it. And whoever is tied to this history of yours, to me, and to her, has brought us all together. Hasn't it? He reaches into his pocket. As he does, you guys can see that he has some wounds on his arm. And so when he hands it back, you can see, see what he has here. Yeah, it's almost like white skin, and it's sort of blistered, and you can see the left hand is kind of blistered as well, and you can't really move it very well. He says, "The ring." And he reaches into his pocket, and he's trying to reach into his right pocket with his right hand, which is a little hard, right? But he finally pulls out this sort of metal signet ring that he has, and he says,
can only tell you so much from this ring. The rest of it probably lies in the Baron's library. I've heard whispers that he hoards books at every corner of Barovia. From every corner. Even though Strahd himself might come. We're gonna need to take this ring. He hands it to Fozzie or Pip, either one. He hands his sword back to you, Fozzie. So he hands the ring to Pip.
What about the Pool of the White Sun?
He looks to you and he says, I don't know anything about a Pool of the White Sun, but I have not left Barovia. Sounds like your mentor was from
I
a
thought it
different
must
land.
be here.
You have a moment.
Yes.
He says, Ozzy, let me tell you a story about the people from here. He says, even now, 5 centuries past, the memories are sharp and clear in my mind, like shards of broken glass. It was a mere century old when my people lost their freedom. I would love to see the lands you've talked about, but unfortunately, we are trapped here. And that's when the Tyria von Verovich clan rose like a shadow across the land. It was not Strahd that shattered the peace in this land, it was his father, King Baro von Varovich II. In those days, our people dwelled on Onthril, the Forest of Twilight. We loved it there. Council princes ruled us, led by name of Ervan Lowenhart, my uncle, the master, the art of blade song. When King Barov's eyes fell upon our lands, he demanded our fealty. Tribute, he said, to the brothers of old Zarvia, the kingdom of ancestors that once ruled here. Ervan, who was practiced in the style of the lion, and bore that lion's sigil that you had, was never one to bow. He refused, and his act of defiance ignited a war of fire and rage that these lands have never seen. Barov's conquest was swift and brutal. His forces, joined by Rahadan, my cousin, a traitor of our people and a waste of our kingdom, came and did this. I, at that time, was a mage and a scribe in Everon's court. I saw Rahadan shatter Everon's blade, execute my family, marking the end of my royal line. My people were subjugated. Those that resisted were hunted like rabbits. I see what you're thinking, Fozzie. You're wondering if that blade you hold is the blade that was shattered. Maybe.
That's what my mentor said.
What was the name of the person? Do you remember?
I don't have it written down anywhere.
Oh no. Okay. I'll help you. I'm sure nobody else remembers, but if anybody else does, they can help them if they want.
Gosh, I think I may have written it down.
That's okay.
Here,
It's all
let
good.
me-
If you don't remember, it's all good. I just shared it.
I know I did write it down, but
I just shared it.
I'm gonna have to scroll all the way up here.
Oh, good. I got him. I hooked him up.
Burial?
Oh yeah, Erevan.
But Varial is his mentor, right? So
Yeah, Varial.
as you say that, he says, and how would you get this blade, I wonder, out of these lands?
My mentor must have brought it with him.
And your mentor's name was?
Was it Varial
It was, yeah.
or Erevan?
Varial. It was Varial. That was your mentor. He goes, Varial? Really? No. Varial was a tracker in the court. Oh my gosh, where is he? Please tell me. Has he come with you? He sort of stands up. I have missed that man. I've not seen him in decades.
He would have come, except we had to fight off some wolf-like beasts near our home. And he passed. And that's when he gave me the sword.
He has entrusted the Dusk Elves' lives to you then, hasn't he?
He has, I guess.
That sword is worth more than you know, my friend. If Variel felt that it was need to be in your hands, then I'll leave it in your hands, but hold true to that sword. Now, I do want to tell you a little bit about what has happened since that sword was shattered. Barav ruled over us with an iron fist. When he died, his son, Strahd, came to power. We rose in rebellion, leading the charge for freedom. But Strahd was even more cunning and cruel than his father. He quashed our revolt in a matter of days and slaughtered our people in a genocide that lasted left less than 100 alive. He left us, the survivors, to the mercies of the Vistani. He took us into their caravans and led us to sanctuary in this valley. Strahd's hunger for conquest, however, is endless. Within this last year, the last of his enemies have fallen, and he has claimed the valley of his own. Within a year, and called it Barovia. We found ourselves trapped, imprisoned in the heart of our conqueror's new empire. By then, however, we had built the home here, chose to remain, hoping, in our heart of hearts, that the Vistani's kindness would keep us safe. So we've remained here ever since. Strahd has a special place in his heart for the Vistani. I don't understand it, and I don't know why. But anybody that is associated with the Vistani seems to be given grace. So we live under their thumb, doing what they bid.
Interesting.
He hands the ring over.
Interesting ring. I'm gonna show it to Rip. Does it match any of the runes in his letter?
I think I can read runes with my letter.
So, Rip, as you look at this ring and you look at your letter, you see immediately the words on the page start to shift into certain patterns, and you notice it matches the patterns that are on this ring.
Does it say anything, or?
So all it says to you is it says, let me see what I got. Find the location where it's at. So yes, it does. I will help out here just a second. However, the picture that is on your page is upside down to what the ring is looking at right now. I'll copy it over to you. Oops, that's a R in front of that. I missed the R. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's runes are evocation on the left and necromancy on the right. Tools and magic.
Evocation and necromancy, huh?
He grabs a cloth and he starts to wrap up his arm as you guys are looking at it.
Can I help heal your wound?
You are a healer? He looks to you.
Occasionally I am.
Of course. As he presents his arm, you can see that the arm and the forearm are this palish blue-white sort of skin, and the skin looks really puffy, and there's blisters that are all over it.
Can I tell if if it's diseased or if it's just like a normal injury?
Medicine check. failed that. That was a terrible roll. So you can't really tell unless you want to use something additional.
I don't have anything else,
Got
so
it.
I'll
Okay,
just
gotcha.
use just a healing word on him.
Okay, that sounds good.
My cat is enjoying watching the dice roll.
I bet. As you're kind of looking and fixing his arm, Rip continues to look at the ring and the paper together. Willoughby, as you cast Healing Word, you notice that it immediately sort of clears up exactly what's there, and he says, "Goodness, you are a healer." He says, "This was frostbite, and you cleared it up so quickly." And he moves his hand, and you can see the blisters are gone, and the white color is gone. His color's returned to back his skin, and he kind of takes his fingers and grasps it and goes, "I have strength again. What is your name?"
Oh, I'm Willoughby.
Willoughby.
These are my brothers here.
Love it. Thank you. And what are your... I'm sorry, I haven't met all of you. I apologize.
Where did you get this wound?
He looks to you and he says, been hiking across Mount Gonthus. You've seen... Hawkus? I'll pronounce it correctly eventually. He said, it's over there, to the south, and you guys have seen that there's been some snow-covered mountains to the southeast or southwest. I think on the map... Bring up the map again. Can indicate on the folded map.
So, whoever has the map, I'll ask for it.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
Can you? We're new to this land. Can you point to where that's at?
Sure. So if you guys are looking at the map, he immediately kind of brings his fingers and he says, "Over in here."
Oh, okay. What's
This-
interesting up that direction?
I was searching for something of personal significance for me. I didn't find it, unfortunately. I stepped on a frozen bluff and it cracked under my weight. I fell, and my arm was stuck in the crevasse for almost a day before I could finally get it out. I returned back.
Oh, well, you're just new now.
Thank you. I owe you a debt, that's for sure.
Well, you seem to think that this ring is going to hold the answers to where the missing girl is.
He says, "That ring is no common ring. The metal is old, older than Volaki, older than Strahd's reign, and that's sigil. Sigil belonged to something, a house that no longer maybe even exists in name. I think its blood yet lingers in shadows. I think that is the key. It was found by Jan next to Arabelle, or at least where she was taken. So it means one of two things. Either he stumbled upon it in the wilds, or someone gave it to him knowing its history. I think the second path is darker. Plus, there are still those hunting for the remnants of Caravan's bloodline or his relics. Maybe they believe that this girl is a bargaining chip. Or maybe it's a lure for you, Fozzie.
Why would they lure me?
You have the broken sword. Maybe they know you have it in your possession. Have you used it since you've been in Barovia?
Have I used it? I can't remember.
Feel like?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you have once.
someone knows that the sword is here. You return it back to its true strength. The Dusk Elves may be able to rise back into something of existence.
Well, I will definitely try to keep it in close and safe.
Well, this has been a very productive conversation. Find out more information in the library on this sigil. Maybe some context as to where we might take our next steps. Could investigate the area where the child went missing, but it sounds like the area has already been thoroughly investigated, and this is kind of the next step, is to find more information on this ring.
I think that's a safe bet. I heard Lavash got hurt looking for her. Got trapped in one of those wolf traps that they put out there. Tore up his leg. They said that they searched the area quite frequently or quite heavily. I'm not sure there's much there for you to search for. You could always go and check if you wanted. He was lost by the Lunar River. She was lost by the Lunar River.
Where's the Lunar River?
You got the map still open?
Yeah.
Grab it. Hang on. Yep. This is the Lunar River.
Well, it seems like we're kind of in a time rush. Is there any more important context that we should know before we go back to seek the Baron's library?
Casimir kind of looks to you and he says, I fortunately don't have much more to add. I really had a difficulty trying to figure out the ring. It's in the library. We need to search the library. I don't know how you're going to get in there. I hear he covets those books quite highly.
I'm sure we'll think of something. I'm gonna hand the ring to Lillaby.
Okay.
Oh, why me?
Well, potentially you could sneak in there as some form of a small animal and be
No, I don't
distracted.
do that. I don't sneak anywhere without my brothers.
You guys making your way out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would, unless there was anything else that he wanted to discuss.
No, I think that's it for me.
Well, thank you for your information,
Yes.
Casimir.
Thank you for the healing. I would have taken me weeks for that to heal. I am grateful. If there's anything I can do for you in the future, please don't hesitate.
Well,
What's this?
hopefully we'll meet again under good terms.
I agree. He sort of stands up. Just then you see the guard kind of opens the door. He says, I think that's enough, folks. He needs rest. Casimir says, always looking out for me. The guard says, you are the elder. As he stands up and the rest of you start to make your way out, Casimir comes over and puts his hand on Fozzie's shoulder and he says, Fozzie, that sword is Dusk Elven. I know it. That is Erevan's sword. I didn't say it earlier, but he was bold and defiant. Probably much like you.
Well, sometimes.
As people rallied under that lion rampant, that symbol that's on that blade. You will restore that blade, but I want to warn you. The blade was strong and steadfast till it was broken when Strahd's chamberlain, Rahadin, cut him down at the gates of Ravenloft. Burial must have been able to collect that sword during the event and brought it out of Barovia. Don't know how. Be careful.
Well, I must find this pool of the white sun that it was told to me that that's where I must go to fix the blade.
There are very few things in this world that are white. Most is gray and green. That would be probably the best way to look to begin. Do not let Rahadin see that blade. Or if you do, be ready to cut him down.
I'll keep it safe. I'll keep it secret.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
All right, so you guys step out.
Yep.
That's the history that you had gotten, because I don't think you probably remember it all. So.
That's so cool. That was a good chunk of lore we just learned.
Quite a bit. All right, where are you all headed now? Or what are you up to?
Probably back to the. I mean, this is just spitballing. Like, what do you guys think about going back to town and try to get into that library somehow?
Can you share that with me so I can add it to some of it to my notes?
Yeah, you bet. Do you need me to? I can.
I can't copy and paste it from here, I don't think.
Oh, really? Okay. Got it. Yeah, I'll. Oops, I just dragged it back in there again. But yes, I can. That's not a problem.
You can right click over the top of it and copy it.
Oh.
Yeah, copy text.
Thanks,
clipboard.
Lillaby. That's perfect. I didn't know that. Thank you. I learned something new.
That's cool. Now I can like. Yeah.
Learned something new.
Wow, that was a lot of good. Sorry if you hear my cat.
It's all good.
In the background, she's like, "Why aren't you in bed?"
It's going to be here in just a few minutes, it looks like. So you guys are
Yeah,
heading...
I think we're going back to Valaki, and
Okay.
I know that we've got dinner plans for tonight. So
Yep.
I guess once we get back there, we'll figure out where we need to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So yeah, it would be probably afternoonish, or like midday right now, just so you guys are
Okay.
aware of the time.
Luckily, we don't have to go to a store today. Again.
Ha ha ha.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we could try to do this investigation on this ring, or we could. I think what else besides we have dinner with the Mockler estate this evening. We have that St. Andrew thing in a couple of days. I mean, I feel like we've not really done much to help the refugees outside the city either. And then, I mean, what's his name? Rictavio. I think it's Von Richten. That's my theory. But Rictavio has been missing, so we don't know where he's at. Any preferences on the next thing we do?
Get back to town.
Definitely that, for sure.
All right. So as you guys walk up to the gate, you see 2 guards are there, standing there, and one of them says, "Ah, you're back, huh?
Indeed.
Okay. Entry tax 1 gold a head, non-negotiable."
I hand him the gold and walk in.
Yeah, same.
He says, "Open your mouth." Swing garlic by you. Says, "Okay, no teeth. Next. Garlic's good. Okay. All right, keep moving. Any silver? I need to
Nope.
confiscate silver."
No.
Fozzie, how's your bow?
It's still covered with that.
Smart move. I love it. All right, so you guys enter into town. So you now are in town.
Yep.
And all right, got 4 minutes if you guys want to talk about it, or we can call it here and you guys can talk about it next week.
I'm curious to try to get into that library. I don't know if we sneak in or if we how we get in there, but I'd be curious to do that. Thinking that I'd have enough time to make it to dinner that evening.